Hey, it's Russ Payton with Role Playing Public Radio. We're playing Fall of Delta Green. This is the Borellus Connection, episode 2. So in the last episode, I did mention first we're immediately going to go on to the second mission because that's how the campaign is written. But I thought about it. I thought about it, and I realized that one of the core aspects of Delta Green for me is the home scene, and I don't think the campaign is as fun when the players don't get to see what their life is like when they're not being Delta Green agents. And I know it's easy to do a globe hopping campaign where you just go from exotic locale to exotic locale, but no, we want to see how they're doing just fine at home. So also,
you think you know better and are a better writer and game designer than Ken Hite. I get it. Yeah, no,
and
everyone should know that.
No. Ken Hite and Gareth Hanrahan.
Yes, yeah. Shots fired.
Sheer fucking
The beef
hubris.
begins here.
Yeah.
Tell your friends.
Yeah.
You're definitely going to win this thing.
Well, they could go on their... Well, Ken does have a podcast. Damn.
Yeah. No, we're fucked.
So I'm also going to advance the timeline a bit. Your mission ended in late 1967. Your second mission will begin in February of 1968, right after the Tet Offensive. So
Things are going great.
Things are going great, especially in Saigon.
Yeah.
So, but
As long as Walter Cronkite doesn't say it's over. We're good.
No. So we're going to have to, but we got a couple months of doing that. So back in the world, you get a home vignette. So each of your agents gets to determine what you want to do. So for your vignette scene of, sort of highlighting what you're doing, there are a couple options. One could be rebuilding bonds. So if you have damaged bonds, you can try to increase it. You could, in fact, I'll let you increase it above what it started at. You could also spend time with nature, which would allow you to regain some stability. You can establish a new bond. You could also go to therapy. You could stay on the case if you want to. And
I am not going to fucking therapy in the 60s.
You could also
talking to some Freudian weirdo. No, thank you.
But some drugs help.
Your nightmares will be cleared by Quaaludes.
You could also study the unnatural, which I would say you have enough access as Delta Green agents to get some things that you probably shouldn't be reading. The old Innsmouth files or something like that. But that's up to you. Probably you want to, I don't know, get some stability back. So
That's what I will be doing.
Yeah, so we have...
I'm back up to 8.
Well, we'll get to that. So Chris is out of town, so David Nelson is out on doing FBI things, and we'll catch up with him in the next session when he flies into Saigon late. But first off, Caleb, what is Eli Munny doing? So
I am going to start a weed farm deep in the woods of the Pacific Northwest. So I imagine...
One with nature.
Yeah, that's one with nature,
Yeah. So it might be, make a difficulty 4 stability test. You can spend points from an appropriate investigative ability. Survival would make sense, but they do not refresh before. So all your abilities, all your investigative and general abilities, aside from stability, do refresh. And your health is fully refreshed as well. Your stability stays where it is. You have to do something specific to...
I will spend a point of survival.
Okay, so you need a 4 or better.
Still need a 4 or better? Spending the point doesn't give you any bonus?
No, it gives you a +1 on your roll.
Oh, okay.
It's a difficulty 4 test.
I thought it changed the DC.
Well, I mean, it raises your roll.
Yeah, I didn't...
Oh, you got a natural 6. On a successful 6, refresh D6 +1 stability.
Oh.
Ooh.
This is some good weed.
I'm back to my max, which is not great, but better than I had, yeah.
Well, hopefully you're not going to be encountering as much, weird unnatural shit in a short time.
Sure, that very thin book you're holding has nothing in store for me.
So tell us, what is it like for Eli to start his own weed farm in the Pacific Northwest?
There's some
slow, because I'm, off the grid and, living like a crazy Vietnam hobo.
Mm-hmm.
I will say that my girlfriend Luna is in a town nearby, so I go there to shower and crash and be a human every few days.
Playing some Creedence.
Yeah, well, obviously.
24/7.
There's other music. And we attend the beginning of anti-war protests and freakouts and take research chemicals together.
Research chemicals.
Then I go back to, tin to the land.
Yeah.
Under my homemade camouflage nets, so no helicopter sees my weed.
Yeah. Well, it's really good weed, I'll tell you that
I'll
much.
say that's how I pay my way through the world when I'm not accepting money from the Bureau of Narcotics Department. But,
Yeah, because a new department is formed, the Bureau of Narcotics and Dangerous Drugs, the BNDD.
hey man, they need somebody to buy the shit.
The precursor.
Yes, to the DEA, I believe. But yeah, you are all going to be recruited into it. You're all going to be...
the Wild West before they tamed down the DEA and made them so buttoned up and by the book.
So yeah,
Level-headed. Very level-headed.
you have a blissful few months. It's a mild winter out in the Pacific Northwest this year, I'll say. I'm not going to look it up. Yeah. But yeah, your weed farm, you have a successful crop before it gets too cold for anything to grow, and you're obviously not making a grow house or anything like that because you need power for that, and you're way out there. But you have enough weed that you can sell some, and that you have plenty for yourself, and to survive the winter. You okay there, Tom? Okay. Yeah.
All the smoking I
got the consumption. So, but then we have Gina Tan, played by Erin, the CIA translator.
Yeah, so for at least the majority of the year, once she's gotten back in, a lot of time is spent on the beach or near the ocean. Hearing random buzzing sounds that she cannot. That's like address for some reason, so we're explaining in her heads. But no, mainly smelling a lot of fresh air and being in open spaces, considering when she escaped that's like most of her breaths were through a corpse filter, let's say. So, then, not a fresh one at that.
It's also kind of a hat.
A little bit of one, so, but just it's...
protected you from the sun and detection by
Think of it as a hat. Think of it as a
ocean mercenaries.
Yeah, I think that a little bit on there too. Although she really is it does have some issues with the phrase right now, and she sees kids swimming. Don't forget your floaties. So, but
it was more of a hazmat suit, really.
Yeah.
But no, at least during this time, she's mainly gone back to keep up her cover job over as one of the UN translators. And so, because at least that keeps her close to her dad, and a lot of the focus is on just maintaining those family connections, since he's really not in any kind of health or cognitive decline, but you can tell that the years have really started to weigh on him.
So it sounds like you're rebuilding bonds.
Yes, so mainly taking care and kind of parsing him away from stories that are not... It's like from the old days right now that he doesn't really need to dwell on anymore.
Okay. It's a difficulty 4 stability test, and you can spend interpersonal abilities on this test, but they do not refresh before your next mission.
Okay.
So, yeah, if you succeed, it goes well. If it fails, that means it's not good. Okay. So
let's see. So for this one, you say investigator or general abilities?
Interpersonal.
Or interpersonals. So let's see.
You don't have to.
I probably should, just in case.
Well, it's a 4 or better on a d6 without spending anything.
Let's see. So, okay. Yeah, I'll spend roll and see what we get. So,
okay.
That's 3, so that's not
So is your father, right?
Yes.
So, yeah, work, it's not going to go well. So how does that look?
Mainly that that's like the conversation, starting from what's going on with your job right now and what's happening in turn with over there. I give him all sorts of dealing with, having to deal with, that's like idiots who are confusing Vietnamese with Thai or anybody else. So, and also my boss is being really there, but he just keeps skewing the conversation over into what's your real job like? What did you have to do? And of course, that's giving me enough flashbacks where I'm finally have to just stop down. It's like, Dad, that is not my life. That is not what I want to be here for. This is you now. Get over it and walk out angrily.
So yeah, it becomes very tense and silent. There's a lot more silence in the household after that, as you two don't, kind of just pull back from each other. So you didn't roll. You rolled. You don't lose anything, actually. You just on a natural 1, you would have reduced the bond by 1, but you don't gain anything back.
Okay. So in that case, since I spent the 2 last session for it, I don't gain any of that back. It just kind of stays tapped, right?
What'd you get? Stability?
When I was using it for stability.
That was for completing the scenario, right? For killing the bad guy.
Oh no, it's stability. I was talking about spending on the bonds. So
yeah, the bond stays.
You burned it. It's burned.
It's burned. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless you succeeded your roll.
Well, and I was trying to refit that, which so it just burned right now.
Yeah,
so,
it stays the same. Yeah.
Cool.
So
I'm a bad daughter.
yeah, apparently. So and then finally we have Tom playing Marcus Abrams.
I will be trying to look into more into what happened in Central America.
Okay. Yeah, you do have. So yeah, tell us about that. What happened to you in Central America?
Shot down by some. Central America is not known for rebel groups of any kind. Mm-hmm. So I was flying a clandestine mission on a helicopter, got shot down, and got stuck in the jungle for almost 2 weeks. And happened across a village that had been just completely depopulated via bullets. And by that time I was starving, and I ended up eating some of them out of desperation. And after a couple of nights of that, I saw some things that I know I saw, but I couldn't identify.
Sure. So yeah, you have access to the Delta Green assets, and they don't have Delta Green is a very haphazard and scattered organization. You realize, but they are operating under the National Security Council, and you do have some investigative abilities. So first off, you have to reduce a non-Delta Green bond by 1, as your obsession begins to drive them away. So who are you alienating with this?
The ghouls probably did have a pretty good time during Operation Condor. It was a little early for that.
I mean, Central America has had so much, yeah.
I'm just saying, U.S. ghouls might have took a tourism there. I figured what the CIA was doing.
It's a food vacation.
Yeah.
My younger brother.
Okay. Yeah, how does that look? He, probably reaches out to you, or you're supposed to reach out to him.
It's normally we hang out for Christmas. Mm-hmm. But I ended up skipping it this year.
Yeah, you do that, and because you went to Miskatonic University, where you found out they have a special collections, and you start reading or learning, translating what you can, because a lot of it's you don't have languages, do you?
I have one.
Well, yeah, but some of these books are in English, and you can write down names and things and start researching and collating.
I'm more also looking for those that also have visual stuff in it too.
So I'll give you a choice. You can either gain a hypergeometric potential point, which lets you try different things, or you could learn a ritual. So let's see here. Hypergeometric is a general ability. So yeah, that's sort of, you have to gain them the hard way. You can't gain them hypergeometric. Potential is an ability. So, or you can learn a specific ritual. There's one specific ritual that obviously would make sense for you. Would have, let's see here. Yeah. So what do you want?
I'll take the ritual.
All right. Charnel meditation.
That's right. That's somewhere on here.
Yep. That should maybe on the second page of your sheet. I think there's some room for notes and things like that. You have to go to a graveyard that is in... Once you enact it on a moonlit night, that's easier to do. The Eaters of the Dead shall come to parley with you. Whatever that means.
Yeah. Can we put a bomb collar on Tom's character now? Or...
You don't know about shit about this.
Yeah, dude, you're getting high.
Yeah.
It's not at one point right now until he says
you could have done that too.
Wait, didn't you spend your experience points on raising your stability?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait,
you started with 4 stability. Now you're at 6.
I started with negative. I ended with -4 stability.
Yeah.
And then I used my I used my reward points for killing them to get up to 1.
Yeah.
By the way, I did. End of last session, I got very high with you.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, fair enough.
And then I spend my experience on stability.
Yeah.
Does that raise it, or does that...
It raises your maximum
It raises
and
your max.
Yeah, and raises your current by the same amount.
Yeah. So
okay.
I went from 4 to 6.
Yeah.
But then I still had 1.
So my maximum is now 13.
All right.
And I am now...
There are some rules about how much stability you can have. Your second highest ability has to be at least half of your highest. So what's your second highest ability?
8.
Okay, you're fine. All right. So yeah, that's how you all spend some time until your girlfriend Luna gets a telegram saying that Eli, is invited to a day at the races, and you can't ignore this. They could. You've been blessed. No, local law enforcement has stopped searching the area. You haven't been harassed by local cops, and neither is Luna, it seems. But there's a price for that. So, and Gina, you get a call at work that you've been invited to a day at the races, and same with you, Marcus. And you all find yourselves, you have been officially been put into the Bureau of Narcotics and Dangerous Drugs. And from there, you're going to be having a briefing in Hong Kong as you're going to meet your new handler for your new mission, whatever that is. So you all make your arrangement. So by the time you get there, it is mid-February, 1968.
That's happened.
Yeah, that has happened.
I kind of missed it.
Yeah, you're none of you are active military technically.
We didn't miss it.
No, I mean it's like I kind of
we dodged it.
Well, yeah. I know more like it's essentially someone has to tell me about it.
Yeah,
Shit, that happened.
Yeah, it's on the news. It's all over the news.
I wasn't watching the news.
Well, yeah. I mean, you were in the world. It's kind of hard not to make it out, but
or maybe I heard oh, okay.
So at the Hong Kong airport. You're told to go to a bar there. What's the name of the bar in Hong Kong, Aaron?
Oh,
in the airport. So it can be like a Western.
Oh, the airport. So
yeah. Probably British themed because.
Oh yeah, so
still a colonial possession.
Oh.
Historically, probably pretty racist.
We're not going for accuracy.
Yeah.
I'm going for insulting British right now. Lamb. So
the one from American Role in London.
Probably not nothing slaughtered. That's a little too violent.
The boar's tooth or something. Painfully out of place.
Yeah.
Oh no. The gentleman's boudoir.
Gentleman's boudoir. Okay. Very classy.
Just it never has a bar been more falsely advertised.
But English crashed together. Oh. So it's like you. It sounds like that sounds like someplace where gentlemen go through.
Shag carpeting on every surface for the maximum amount of cigarette smoke to get caught in. Yeah.
Well, dude, that's basically
a spittoon in the corner.
Dude, that's the equivalent of air freshener in the 60s.
So,
if I don't smell cigarette smoke, are you living?
So there is brush cut, and there's any of you with cop talk or human can see an ex-cop when you see one who speaks with a New Yorker's accent.
I know we refreshed the general stuff. Do we refresh any of our...
Investigative, too, yeah. Everything except stability.
It's been months.
Yeah. And health, too. I don't think any of you got permanently injured. None of you went into negatives. I
didn't get hurt. I just saw some shit because we were teaming up with a certain guy.
Yeah.
I got ribbed, but that's about it. So.
Yeah. It was a good ribbon.
Ribbed for her pleasure.
So the man, late 40s, early 50s, he walks with a limp. Big bruiser type. Scarred knuckles, whiskey on his breath. Excuse me, folks. Got to spend a day at the races, and kind of sort of nudges with his head towards the corner booth that he.
Wow, subtlety's not his strong suit.
So the three of you follow, and so you're at the back of the establishment with glasses of whiskeys poured in front of you, Irish on the rocks, and go. Well, you're going to want to drink sooner or later, so here you go. I am Carstairs. I'm going to be your handler. Don't worry. We're going to get along just fine. I can tell. You got a good look. You got good results last time. So you're going to be heading to Saigon. Now, technically, you're all members of being those credentials will go all the way to the top. They're legit. You're good agents. I know you're going to put in a good fight. But that's not really well. I'll get into your cover mission a bit. But your real missions, you're going to be looking into something we worked on a while ago. Operation Roundup. 1955, May 1955, Operation Roundup was executed in Saigon to get rid of the Dagon cult. And it ended in September with a raid in the Rung Sat swamp southeast of that city. We destroyed a temple there. Operation Roundup happened under the cover of a battle between the CIA-backed Diem government and the Ben Yen opium traffickers backed by the Union Carso, the Corsican Mafia. Lovely fellows. They are, of course, the main players in this global heroin game. The Ben Yen are gone, but the Corsicans, like roaches, they're very persistent. They're still there. They're now in bed with General Kai, the former military head of the country. He's currently vice president of South Vietnam. And we've gotten some rumors and reports, and we think maybe the Dagon cult is crawling back too. We thought we smashed them all, but I guess we didn't. And the Tet offensive gives us a lot of cover to mount another operation. So, but before we destroy something, the other part of that is search. We have to search before we can destroy. And that's where you three come in. And, Agent Nelson's going to be on his way. He's been tied up with something, but he'll be joining you in a day or so. And so your cover mission is going to be, we have gotten word that there's going to be a heroin summit at the Hotel Continental in the upcoming weeks. We don't know exactly when. Carstairs slams his whiskey, leans forward. There's this fucker, Santos Traficant Jr. He runs the mob in Tampa, Florida. That may not sound like much, but the syndicate considers him a big shot, a major player. He's tight with Lansky, and more importantly to us, he's hungry to get bigger. And for him, that means heroin. And if he can open up another heroin channel from Asia, it gives the syndicate a backup against the French connection. So he wants to get in with the Corsicans. For now, the Corsicans are still in the game in Saigon, but a good businessman plans for the future. So, for example, Traficant has an underboss. His name is Frank Furkey. And his son, Frank Jr., used to run a rake-off ring skimming from NCO clubs in Saigon until he got ratted out and ran to Hong Kong in '66. Someone staked him in Hong Kong, keeps him in play here. And guess who's in Hong Kong right now, visiting his old friend, Frank's son? That's right, Santos Traficant Jr. Taking in the sights, buying nice suits, I hear, just ahead of a big important summit he has to go to. Just a hop, skip, and a jump away from here. Once Traficant gets to Saigon, that's the opening bell for that summit. You have until then to establish yourselves in Saigon and look around for, whatever. So your official orders are surveillance and surveillance only of that summit, not actions against it. BNDD does not have jurisdiction in Vietnam, weirdly enough. But maybe you can see how the wind is blowing if you get a chance. And then you get a gold star on your files and your cover, and, it helps a lot. So in terms of your details, you hear your plane tickets, and you also here's your billet for a room at the Bachelor Officers' Quarters, Carolina, in Saigon District 2. Let's see here. There is a Delta Green office on Pasteur Street, but let's say there's a lot of talking people in Saigon. You got to be real careful about who there's a lot of eyes and ears around, so be real careful about that kind of stuff. You know what I mean?
Where is that at?
Pasteur Street.
So Traficantes Jr. is in town currently.
He's in Hong Kong, but he's coming to Saigon at some point. Now, the person you want to talk to about that is Tansy. She's the BNDD liaison at the Saigon Embassy. Her full name is Tansy Doyle. So, but yeah, she's your point of contact with the BNDD, because you do have credentials, your members, and everything. Congratulations. If you have any other info, telex it to this number, but don't stick your head up if you don't have to. And then he slides an envelope to you, Eli. It is thick. It's cash. So
I take that off the table very quickly and put it in my pocket.
If you have any
rather my ratty army jacket.
If you have any other expenses, a little walking around money for you. So, yeah, seemed clear as the day.
Do you need recordings of this meeting, or you just need eyes on it?
I mean, no recordings are going to hold up, going to be used in court. So, if you can plug it, great. If you can't, you can't. Just any kind of intel, really.
What suspicions do we have that any of these cultists are integrated with them? So
I suggest maybe looking. There's a lot of the people who were in Operation Up 1955 are still in Saigon. So you can dig up, get some names. You could find out from them what they've heard or what's going on. So I do know that there are probably going to be files of it. We have a lot of different assets in there. So yeah.
Any kind of paper records that exist within the DG office?
Well, you got assets at the CIA. Yeah, you maybe touch base with them.
That's true.
Yeah, you're all creative and intelligent individuals. I'm sure you can find something. Just don't make too much. Just be careful about getting spotted. And aside from VC, you don't want any syndicate to get wind that you're surveilling them. And if the cult is around, and they probably are, well,
Where can I get peace once I land?
You could, the BNDD, Tansy can help you with that. There's also, of course, you got that little envelope there, help you with any black market purchases. There's a pretty thriving scene, I understand.
Yeah, we'll definitely need to partake of that.
Yeah. So, any other questions?
Sounds swell.
Sounds like we're going to have a great time.
You're doing...
As long as you can guarantee me no swimming, I'm fine.
Oh, I wouldn't guarantee that. You might, if you have to go back in that swamp, get the coordinates of any targets we need to bomb again.
Give him 1,000-yard stare. It's not like me going back to the moment. It's just boring through his skull.
As Adagio for strings plays.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
So do they know where the summit's going to be held?
Hotel Continental.
Hotel Continental.
Yeah, I mean, you can. It's one of the fancier hotels. A lot of reporters stay there, is my understanding. So, any number of places are open to you. Saigon's a very hive of activity, I'd say, right now. So, good luck. Happy hunting. So, and just so you know, there is a mechanic in this scenario that if you do certain things, it'll raise your suspicion. And if you raise your suspicion too high, there could be consequences. So,
always.
Yep. I will not explain the specifics, but you don't really have much you can do while you're at the airport. But it's like I said, it's not a long flight from Hong Kong to Saigon. So, but you do have a map that I put in the group chat, which is the map I copied from the PDF of the book, which I have a copy of right here. The numbers are locations. I blacked out what they mean, so you wouldn't get a report. But you are landing in the top left area, number 1, which is the airport. Tansan Airport, and you know where the American Embassy is. That's going to be location number 2. So you get those 2 for free. And you got number 3 too. That's Pasteur Street. That's the where your Delta Green contact is if you choose to go there. But
where's the Continental?
Continental, you can look up. Let's see here. It is number 8, Continental Palace Hotel.
Okay.
But the other numbers are mysteries. And you also see in the bottom of the corner of that handout where the swamp is in relation to Saigon itself. So,
what was 2? 2 was the
Embassy.
Embassy.
And that's where your BNDD contact is, Tansy Doyle. And let's see here. But so your primary mission is to dig up information on this Dagon cult. See if it's still around. Operation Roundup is, Carstairs doesn't have much information on it other than when it happened and what they did is what he told you. But you can, when you land, the Pan Am evening flight from Hong Kong lands at the airport in Saigon 3 hours later, jinking over the runway to avoid any VC rocket fire. So, slightly bumpy.
Right back where we started.
Yeah, there is a sense of, sudden oppressive deja vu. The air feels heavy and thick. The humidity is unbelievable. Getting a cab at the airport, while somewhat chaotic, is fairly easy. Yeah, how are you dressed, by the way? Are you in military uniform? You could easily get them if you wanted to. You're in civilian clothing?
Oh, yeah, I'm looking like half a deserter.
Yeah, all right. What about you, Gina?
Like basic slacks, shirt combo. Basically something that's the permanent leather jacket, something that looks more like a generalized reporter than anything else. So, so as nondescript as I can be.
Sure.
White slacks and a button-up Hawaiian shirt.
Okay. Yeah. And so the 3 of you come in.
Basically typical in the field DEA stuff from the 80s.
Yeah. You're just ahead of the curve.
Just ahead of the curve.
Yeah.
But you're at the Saigon airport. You can go to. Let's see here. Where is your billeting? Is it even listed on here? Oh, it's number 6. That's where your free rooms are going. So you want to go there first, or what do you want to do? You could also ask me questions about where you could find certain information, the kind of things you would know, like anybody with agency experience. For this, you have CIA agency. So that the Cosmos bar, which is number 12 on there is basically a CIA hangout. The chief of station there, Louis J. Lapham, has an office on the 4th floor of the building, and behind it is right next to the bar. Or it's in the same building, yeah. So the Cosmo Bar is where all the CIA people hang out.
Right. Yeah, if we want to, I can head over there, connect, and then get information, see what information we get on the cartel, possibly telex over from Langley. So,
but yeah, there's tons of places to poke around and get information from. And yeah, let's see here. There are going to be files on it. Anybody with bureaucracy is going to know there are going to be some files for this Operation Roundup somewhere. And probably multiple copies of them in different locations. So it's just a matter of where you want to look. So, yeah, what are you all thinking, Eli?
You want to split up or not, boss? It's not a good idea.
Well, I mean,
I think we need time.
I mean, I'm comfortable here on my own right now, but I don't mind going with you on there for, protection-wise. So, with that, I was like, what are your thoughts?
Well, we're here for what our case officer referred to as Roundup. I imagine that's Delta Green's real interest. They don't give a shit if people shooting smack.
No.
So that seems like the focus the bosses want, but we do got to find the summit too. So it seems like there's 2 lines to investigate. What happened in 55 versus what's going to happen tomorrow or next week.
Yeah. So at least my line of thought is that we identify all the players, at least about enough background information that we can track them around. So as I'm thinking going through, we can get at least settled. That's like if necessary, and then make our way over to the alternate, because 2 was Pasteur Street, right?
Number 2 is the American Embassy.
The American Embassy, sorry. 3 was...
Yeah, American Embassy is where your BNDD contact is, yeah. Tansy Doyle. And I will say you all know that she's going to be the one who has the most accurate information when trafficant comes to town.
Okay.
So she will be able to give you an estimated time of arrival, and yeah, you can contact her to get updated info on that.
So what we
at a minimum.
If we kill Santo Traficante, do we stop Florida from existing? Because that might be my new mission.
Sadly, no. Yeah.
It would just look different.
Yeah.
We've bypassed the existence of life.
Or maybe you do that, and that's what causes Florida.
But yeah, you're in Saigon. Well, I'll just say you go to your quarters first, so you can at least drop your bags off.
All right, you made me do that, so it's not a trap.
No.
Yet.
It's a big rambling apartment building full of small ramshackle rooms, and it's sitting on a back street screened by trees. A couple of MPs, clearly bored, are hanging out in front checking ID. Equally bored Vietnamese clerk checks the agents into your room. The building is not air conditioned. Each room has a sturdy ceiling fan for you to stare up and, I don't know, practice martial arts in your underwear and punch a mirror.
As you punch a mirror.
Yeah.
Contemplate your heart of darkness.
Yeah.
Boomers love that shit.
Half the rooms boast showers, so everybody can roll a d6. If you roll a 4 or better, your room has a shower. Otherwise, you can use the communal showers. You know what? I'm going to say they give Gina one for free. So.
But I got one for you, too. I
6.
All right, yeah. There's a rec room on the ground floor with pool, ping pong tables, and a color television. A payphone on each floor. And, yeah, you can...
All right, forget the mission. Let's just do some pool hustling.
Yeah. All the random wandering officers and other personnel that aren't in regular barracks. So, yeah, you can... So you check in there. You can check that. That doesn't take very long. Gets you out of the airport, at least. So you can choose to move if you want or not.
Do you speak French?
I do.
You should probably check out 1955 then. If there's any records, they're not going to be in English.
No, that's a good point. And so, all right, yeah, okay. Well, like I said, I feel like at least good on there for getting on my own too. So, why don't we visit our contact first? Get ourselves some sidearms, so like some basic sidearms right now, her information, and I can head on my own. And if worst case scenario right now is I need to shoot somebody to get over to the office, I can do that myself. And then you guys can scout the other information on the seedier side.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're all going to the Cosmos bar?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
With the Cosmos?
Oh, no, we were going to...
we were going to see Tansy.
Tansy first.
Oh, Tansy. Okay.
Also.
Okay. So you're heading to the American Embassy.
Yeah, because we want to get her contact information and all weapons if we can, so...
Yeah, you don't know, probably not like heavy weapons, but like...
Yeah, aside from obviously. So.
I will let you guys go in and talk to Tansy. I think it's good for one of us not to be seen walking into the American Embassy.
Okay.
And the streets are filled with spies.
So you're staying entirely...
I'm going to say watch it outside while they go inside.
Yeah, you have noticed, right?
Yeah,
you can tell there's a street cleaners clearly like very diligent about watching.
Around the American Embassy, you throw a stone, you're going to hit somebody from the VCE or the NVA. I think it would be nice if one of us wasn't photographed walking in. Hello, fellow United States Yankee Doodle Dandies.
So yeah, you're watching that, and you can spot a couple people watching, and then, like somebody watching the cleaner.
Everyone's watching everybody.
Yeah. You're getting the vibe. So yeah, the embassy is a 6-story modernist pile of concrete surrounded by thick cement walls. It still displays some scorch marks from the Viet Cong sappers' grenades from the Tet Offensive. So, and Marines on duty.
Like Christmas.
Yep. Pass the agents through after checking your papers. On the second floor, it's under the DOJ. Go this way, and that's all DOJ. The Department of Justice, though, the liaison desk, it just sort of juts into a sort of wide corridor between a snack machine and an immigration service interview room. Piles of books and reports lie on and around it. Behind it, probably on the phone when you two step in, you see a red-haired woman in the halfway through her 30s, halfway through her fifth cigarette of the day, smoking. Tansy Doyle looks at you after she drops in the finishes the call after a minute. You two are talking to her. So yeah, you mentioned your mission, your briefing, and
so we just kind of get there, kind of go through with it. Everything else introduced in there, and also notice it. Like this whole thing just feels like a day at the races. So
doesn't Hewitt? Do you have Hewitt?
I do.
Yeah, no, 0 point. She does not recognize the call sign.
Okay,
so she's not Delta Group.
Just acid. So
all right, so. She tells you the Corsicans used to run things until the DM government broke them in 1955. Since then, it's technically been Chinese triads, the Tiao Chu triads. They're basically untouchable. They just send their soldiers to Hue or Da Nang if the heat is on here, and probably some local generals, just like in Laos after last year. And let's see here. Corsicans still take a cut in exchange for providing contacts, overseas shipping, and an honest broker facility between the triads and other factions. The Corsicans' boss in Saigon is Bonaventure LaRoche Franceschi. She has a dossier on him, and the Corsicans have a chemist they call Le Doctor, or the Mouse. But he's a flake. His stuff is great. But he only makes it during the monsoon season, May through October. We don't know where his lab is, but it's probably in District 1 or 3 in the old French neighborhoods, because he's working on and off there since 1954. Now, you can spend some abilities if you want to get more information on anything.
What was that first name before the mouse?
That was
the doctor. Or you mean the boss?
Yeah.
Bonaventure LaRoche Franceschi. Francis with a CI at the end. So Bonaventure LaRoche.
Okay. Actually, another one, at least the criminology, think about that. What would be the benefit of just that's like only producing in the monsoon season?
There's no advantage. In fact, it's weird.
Okay.
Yeah, that's 0 point you have to spend on
that.
There's no practical reason why you would do that.
That's a big, gigantic red flag as far as I'm concerned. So,
that's why he's a flake.
Okay.
So you can spend interpersonal abilities if you want to get her to reveal like specific names or see if she has more information. She's not like just volunteering. A human, you can kind of sense that she's viewing you probably like a bunch of other people that have come in here, career. She thinks you're either you fucked up or your career is trying to impress, polish your own resumes for promotion. So, yeah.
Yeah, actually, I'll go ahead and spend a point of reassurance with her.
Okay.
And it's like, look, because I get everybody you're probably dealing with is just either, on their last legs or trying to, that's like make a name for themselves and look way more important. All we really end up caring about right now is just getting the production of this shit slowed down because it harms everybody.
Okay.
Even people that thinks it's helping them.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, a true believer.
It's just like you only make people's lives better right now if you actually, get them off that and give them another reason.
Well, yeah, I actually have more on the mouse. So she hands over a box full of, there's a lot of reports and notes on this chemist guy.
Okay. So at least stuff we can do is at least load up on
that is something you could make a spend on to get a really... well, I mean, actually, you can spend it to make a spend to read it fast. You can read it. So it's like this would take you 2 days or 1 day if you make a spend on criminology or traffic analysis.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that on criminology.
So well, that's like you have to spend a day.
Okay,
like you're sitting in a hotel your room reading documents in French for a day.
Yeah, I'll take that so we can at least get that later on. So
yeah. So if you want to ask her about anything specific.
Let's see. So with going, that's like what's out here. Specifically, at least asking more about like the triads on there too. We got Blake for Frankie Frank as well as Santos Jr. Whatever information they can get between that. The Continental is a meeting place. Is this a normal area?
Oh, it's mobbed up. It's one of the boss's cousins.
Okay. Really? So?
Yeah.
Okay. What's the name on that cousin?
She gives it to you. I mean, he's just owned out by it. I mean, he's run by it.
Yeah.
So
with that, has there been any kind of there's any kind of concentrated ability or front to infiltrate over there, or have we gotten caught before and we're just avoiding it at all costs?
I mean, you made that spend. I think that there's a lot of rumors about that place having a lot of tunnels in and out of it. A lot of Saigon actually, where there are a lot of canals in the city that they built over. Okay. So there's a lot of underground canals and tunnels underneath this place. So
okay,
I don't know if they're true or not, but there's a lot of rumors.
Has anyone tapped any phone lines here?
Probably not. We don't have jurisdiction here. We're just purely informational and assisting. Helping the military.
Would it be possible to get access? I mean.
Not us.
Okay,
but the VC probably, we don't. That's not something we do over here.
No, it's just something I'm thinking like I could do later. But tabbing, is that like SIGINT?
It'd be SIGINT, yeah.
I have cryptography too.
Yeah, if you have that either of those would work, but you'd have to get physical access to that stuff and know which lines to tap. So yeah, that's something you could do, but she doesn't have that.
I'm kind of like this.
Again, she's just like
right. I'm just thinking in my head like that's something I can maybe do.
Agents come here to build up dossiers so that when they go back to America, they know who to focus on for their investigations. Like what you're
spilling the case out here. So,
yeah.
And something also that I don't forget to, and this can, I guess, be a bureaucracy spend possibly, but my partners and I came in country, obviously can't bring our own sidearms in here as necessary. Can we possibly get some checked out? So,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she gives you 2 revolvers. Well, wait, there's supposed to be a third agent here. He'll have to come in to sign for it.
Honestly, this kind of keeps with our own operational security. I absolutely get that. So, I'm more willing to take the responsibility for that.
Sorry, it's 1-to-1. So, yeah. Unless you want to make a spend out of character.
I was going
to. I'm actually thinking, get yourself a gun. I'll get an unregistered one myself with him.
Well, yeah. So you get a handgun for free, but she doesn't have exactly a lot of arsenal here, so it's very hard for her to get.
Like a 38.
It's it's a 38 revolver.
Good to go. The country's only flooded with fucking AKs.
Okay. So.
She gets out, but I can get you a car and a driver if you want.
That would be actually great. So
okay.
Yeah. Hey Ross, there's not a lot of loose weapons in Vietnam, is there?
I don't know. You tell me. No, they're actually all of them are being held pretty closely. There's good weapons discipline here. Is what I'm saying. Yeah, I can have a driver for you tomorrow. I'll call today and I'll say this is morning when you're meeting with her. Morning day one. So yeah, she will get your driver. She gets you a handgun. So you don't want a handgun there, Marcus?
No, I'm good. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, so you get a 38.
Better than nothing. So
yeah.
But I've never bought an illegal gun. I want to do that.
Is there anything else you want
You look like you bought
to...
before.
Not that I can think of right now, so...
No, I think...
Well, I mean, you could ask her about the old operation.
Okay, yeah, that actually was... I thought we had to go down for that, so... But yeah, do we have any particular records up here as well for,
Well, I know about the drug trafficking group, the Ben Zhus. Yeah, they broke up after 1955. But I do have a report here. There's a new gang stomping in their old stomping ground, the Rong Sat Swamp, that might be up to something. They've been burning fishing villages, killing GVN political types, and so on. Of course, they could be VC, trying to cause trouble in the area.
What were they called again?
Well, the new group is, I don't know.
Calling themselves by the old name.
Well, you said the wrong...
No, there is reports here about a new gang, but it's an unnamed gang. She doesn't know who they are.
Okay, so
but someone's burning fishing villages and killing people down in the same area. So yeah, the Rungsat Swamp in 1955, Delta Green blew up a temple there. That's the swamp southeast of Saigon.
Okay.
And now there's a new group causing trouble, but she doesn't know who they are.
Okay, this is true, but it's linked into those, so...
Okay. Yeah. So she shows you a map of where all these outages, reported incidents are. The fishing villages get attacked and that kind of thing. Now, that you could spend traffic analysis on.
Okay. Actually, I didn't spend my experience on now, so hey, guess who has traffic analysis now?
Okay.
You learned something.
We did.
All right. Yeah, if you want to do that, it'll take you a couple hours, but you can figure out that all the reports of all this unrest, all this violence happening in the Rong Sat region, the epicenter of it is at an old plantation in the Tak Nyong Channel. So the old plantation. So okay. That's a place that is definitely of interest now. So yeah, but yeah, that takes you like an hour ish. She's a very nonsense person, and she says tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. or 7 a.m. Yeah, I'll have a driver report to the BOQ to pick you up and take you wherever you want to go. His name will be Louis Tan, and yeah.
Nope. Well, much appreciated on there. Thank you again so much. So
yeah. So you come out. Yep. Time for lunch, and yeah, where do you want to go next?
Immediately get that's like everything.
You're carrying out a big box of
the box right now. I do have at least the gun on the sidearm. I tell both of them. I tell them not to laugh at me. So
I just take the gun off the top of the box.
Yeah,
pocket it.
No, there's only one gun, and it's
only for him.
Yeah, you had to sign in. Marcus didn't take one, and Gina kept.
No, if we're gonna get guns, I'd rather have not traceable.
Okay, man.
You had to go in and sign in for it. You're free to do that if you want. So.
Nah, fuck that.
Yeah. So honestly, you're probably going to be able to get something better than this damn pea shooter. So, but yeah,
if you have Streetwise, you could spend time to figure out where the black market is.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. There is.
I'll tell them. I'll check with them later. I'll see what I can get from the DG office.
Yeah. Get me one.
So you want to go to the DG office next?
Yeah. Well, I'll get a piece and then I'll go to the DG.
Okay. So it's a point to spend a point at Streetwise to get the best dealer in the black market.
Okay.
As Captain Junk, thriving figure in the black market. So there is you get an address. It takes you time. It's number 14 on the map, and near the wharves, on the riverfront. And it is a touristy junk shop up front, complete with a model Chinese junk in a bottle hung prominently in the front window. And getting past the smiling, there is the phrase they use at the clerk. There's a Chinese man at the clerk, but with your point of spin, to ask for Buford. And Buford is Captain Junk, a hugely obese man, American, clad in flowing chiffon robe, and seated on a pile of Persian carpets and silk cushions, smoking a hookah and looming like a pale slug in the darkness. He resembles nothing so much as the fatter version of the caterpillar from Alice in Wonderland, only the corded veins bowing along his neck, rill, and forearm reveal any trace of his former muscle tone. He's sort of half-seated there in the dark and says, welcome. Here, some more Americans looking to buy some, hardware.
Among other things.
All right.
I'm looking for a man who can get what I need.
Oh, I can get whatever you want, brother. I can get you firepower or the fire. He takes another drag from his hookah.
I drop a slip of paper down on him. I want 2 AKs, 2 45s,
Okay.
grenades if you have them,
Okay.
bag to carry it all in, ammo for everything.
Yeah. So, by the way, the $2,000 in 1968 is about $18,000 now. So you have a budget for that kind of stuff. So AKs and 45s and grenades.
Oh my!
You boys are getting to work, huh?
Well, I got a lot of assets that need protection.
Oh, sure. You got that. There's a lot of things needing protected around here. Yeah, I can get it to you. He quotes you. I'll say, well, yeah, do you have negotiations ability, right?
Yes.
I have, yes.
Okay. So for 0 points, he'll quote you $1,000. If you want to make a spin, you can get it. You can haggle with him.
I'll spend one. I'm looking for a friend in town. I'm recently back in country for a new business venture. Colonel has a lot of needs after protection.
Oh, yeah.
Could use some horses, for instance.
Well, we got horses.
Do you deal in horses?
I do deal in horses. Yeah. The finest Arabian stallions. But yeah, get some good work horses for you.
Oh, okay. See, I'm more of a breeder.
Do you need them for a day at the races?
I wasn't expecting that, but more talking about heroin. But yeah. What do you know about racing?
Did a bit of racing back in the 50s.
55?
Yeah.
How'd that go?
I still get dreams about it. He leans into the light a bit. Who has medicine?
I'm definitely by myself.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I did not invite these.
No, I do
Okay.
not. So.
I haven't, though, yes.
Okay.
You do have it?
Yes.
He has untreated elephantitis, a tropical parasitic disease. Still think about it every day.
Anything I should know about that swamp?
I don't think we finished it. You can tell he's very reluctant to talk about it, even though he kind of figured you out a little bit. But yeah, do you have any interpersonal abilities you want to spend?
Oh, man. Fat man's taking up all my skills.
I could share
I paid
something.
streetwise. I paid the negotiation.
It's true.
I can do it. Reassurance.
All right.
I'm not looking to drag you into it, man. I'm looking not to be dragged as deep as you look like you were.
Well, you may reconsider that. I was with the RVM MD. You know, we hit the Ben Zhu Yen in Saigon from the river, boarding and capturing their boats, burning the ones we couldn't crew. These Dagon folks, they had eyes, mouths that were wrong, weird. Something's wrong with them. Coming after us, they came after us in the wharves and the alleys by the riverfront. A lot of close fighting. You know, ever calling a strike on your position?
Yeah.
Yeah. Our colonel, he made the call, and it was the right call. But goddamn, it scared the shit out of me. Then we went to the wrong sat, and that's. You know, I was at Chosin, and this is worse than that. It's the worst place on earth, as far as I know, as far as I could tell. We light craft speeding down the river, just like a bullet, ahead of the main assault to catch them unaware. I found their temple. We called an airstrike on it, marked the position, but you know, those people, I don't think they're human. The hybrids, they fled deeper, not in towards the river, deeper into the depths. And I ordered my boys after them, thinking they had a fallback. You know, they must have had a fallback base camp. And he kind of pauses and takes out an opium pipe and just, you know, takes a long drag from it. And his eyes start to unfocus. He kind of leans in to whisper to you. They were dying. The things with the black wings. Sharp. And a lake. At the bottom. It was glowing white. A thing with fingers in your eyes when you shut them. So you don't shut them. But it don't matter. You keep your boots on or the fingers. If you keep your boots on, the fingers will touch you. The compass didn't work. Stars didn't. Dead reckoning by radio. Frequency fire from the heaven. The colonel sent fire from the heaven. But I only burned later. And he kind of passes out for a bit. Overwhelmed by it. The clerk comes in and he says, we can get you your goods. Come back tonight.
Okay.
Will do.
I'll meet you up front.
Okay. So, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting the fuck out of there. Yeah.
So
Going straight to a payphone and calling back to the hotel where they're having a paperwork party.
yeah. So yeah, that takes a while to track him down. So you're reading the documents now?
Yeah, we're just doing a full
Yeah.
analysis. So.
I'll go there with you.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, if you don't want to spend, you get through some of them, but not enough to get a full picture of it.
I'll spend right now what we're doing on.
Let's see here. Criminology would work.
Yeah, I'll do criminology then.
Criminology or traffic analysis.
Yeah,
Marcus, do you have any of those?
Sorry, what are the two?
Traffic analysis and criminology.
I have criminology.
Yeah, just one of you has to spend it.
Okay, yeah, I'll spend.
Okay. In that case, you can sort of get it down by the time for dinner, since there's two of you working on it, and you can help with the translations because a lot of it is in French. Anyways, this book is full of rumors, notes, sightings, snitch stories, and police reports, and you narrow down the location of where the mouse's lab is to a 3-block radius.
Okay, where is the area that we were looking at? So
It is in District 3. There are little numbers there for that, which do not come across very well in the black and white version of this map. Yeah, it's not... Well, let's see here. Is it one of the labeled things? Yeah, I don't think it's actually numbered on this map because...
okay, but you said District 3 though.
Yeah, it's in a 3-block radius, so you can find it because it's going to be something that is going to be that your special notice skills and stuff like that will help you. Like, which house looks suspicious as fuck? Which has the weird smells coming from it? Which has the armed dudes just standing outside?
All right, you're going to have to identify a drug lab.
Well, this is going to be, by the time you get back, you can have dinner, brief them on that. And do you want to go back that night to get your guns?
Not by myself.
Okay.
I'll go with.
Yeah, and with someone who has a fucking gun. So that's you.
Yep, that's fine.
All right. So
How'd it go?
We'll see. Korean vet. He was involved in 55.
No shit.
Everything sounds like it went pear-shaped.
Damn.
Not surprising. So, any
I
insight?
prefer not to go into that fucking swamp, I'll tell you that much.
Well, hopefully we can avoid it in this mission.
Well,
As we all turn to the GM somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm not going to make you do anything. You have to choose to go to places. Yeah.
And we could choose to let Florida occur.
No one chooses to go to Saigon from America.
So, the three of you head back there to the waterfront area at night, and all of you, this is a pretty shady area of the city, of a city full of shady things. So,
So we're hiding lamb.
Yeah.
And somewhere with a broken street. Motherfucker better meet me with my pieces in the street. I ain't going anywhere in a building or behind a building.
Or a car.
Okay. Yeah, you can arrange it. The clerk is friendly to you, and he speaks English. Buford.
No secondary locations.
We don't. No.
If you don't want
Detective Bittenbinder
to
told
try
me
and
never
talk
to
to
do
Buford
that.
again, that's fine. You can get a footlocker. And the footlocker will have 2 AKs, 2 45s, and bandolier grenades, and ammo
Excellent.
for both. So, yeah.
All right, and a bag for everything, right?
Yeah, it's the footlocker.
Yeah, it's a footlocker.
All right,
you have to get your own bags, and I'll say that only took $500 instead of $1,000.
Yeah.
So,
All right, then let's get this shit off the street right now.
yeah, you can go back to your hotel.
Can I talk to the clerk before he goes back inside?
Sure,
Could you give your boss a message for me?
of course. You could talk to him. He's awake now. I don't know what state he is. He's got bad days like this. Sometimes he has dreams.
All right, I give you the footlocker, and I take a 1911 and load it and put it in my holster.
All right,
Okay.
All right, I'll go talk to the man.
You
Okay.
want to go on your own, or?
Yeah, we speak the same language.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. All right. He's in there. Just sort of staring off into the darkness. And he's like, "Oh,
Hey, can you do me a favor? It's worth another $500.
of course, brother."
I want you to put the word out on the street. if anybody needs something other than drugs. I'm in charge of the regiment since I came back. Ghost regiment led by a South Vietnamese colonel. We use the payroll for the soldiers that don't exist to keep the girls healthy, young, well-fed, clean. The boys, too. Everybody needs any entertainment, especially high-class shit. Why don't you make sure they give me a call?
Okay. You got a number?
I give them a payphone.
Like one in the BOQ or like a street corner somewhere?
A street corner somewhere.
Okay.
I'll be on at 8 o'clock every night.
Okay.
If the phone rings, it's 10, 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be there to give it a call.
Okay. Yeah, he'll pass.
Only high-class shit. I don't want no GIs taking leave, all right?
Okay.
None of that Ricky Tick stuff. I want some real classy action.
Okay. Yeah. He'll yeah, you can expect a call. I'll put the number out. Wouldn't be surprised if you get a call or two tomorrow night.
All right, thanks.
Yeah. All right.
Never heard of a heroin summit without whores.
Yeah. So that ends. Yeah, you go back to the BOQ in your sweaty rooms with How are you splitting up the weapons?
Checking and loading guns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My Tai Chi.
Yeah, I'll take an AK. And 45.
I feel myself getting soft.
Yeah.
Go into the swamp, become a rock again.
Yeah. So yeah, day 2, morning of. What do you want to do?
All right. Well, this one now we should definitely probably go. At least I definitely should start to go down to the CIA bar and see if we can pull
Cosmos bar
on the Cosmos and see if we can get information from them. So
sure.
We've already looked at the box of documents, right?
Yeah, we've already got to the
Yeah, so you know the lab that the mouse.
Right?
Yeah. I just don't feel comfortable on a raid yet until we possibly get some more information that kind of links that into, because that feels like we're just.
I think we narrowed it down to what, a 3-block radius.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, between the three of you can spot a heroin lab in a 3-block radius pretty easily. There are a lot of signs, mostly olfactory, right? Like it's going to smell a certain way. All the chemicals being used.
Do we know how Traficante's getting in country?
He's flying in from Hong Kong.
Okay, so he's flying in. Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Tenzi said it would be about a week from. So you're on day 2. Mm-hmm. So day 7 and onward, traffickers expect to show up. Yeah, maybe not exactly, but like probably a week.
Okay.
Yeah.
So at least getting that information from.
But you can call her and get updates on that too.
Yeah.
Can I spend a point in Army at the airport?
To do what?
I want to know when he arrives.
Oh, okay.
When he's driving.
You want to.
He's going to have customs, even if he's flying in through Hong Kong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The 1 point spend, you can get a guy to watch for you specifically, so you don't have to go through.
Rely on other.
Oh yeah, I'm not going through I'm not flashing rank. I'm like, hey buddy, you want to make some money? Like, yeah.
Yeah, you got an army buddy there. What's his name or what's their name? Yeah.
Oh jeez.
Italian.
Doesn't have to be someone. It could be
No,
a civilian working for the
Italian,
army. It could be like a stewardess or someone else that works with the army a lot, or someone you met during the army who works at the airport now. But anyways, I mean, if you can't think of a name off the top of your head, but that's your contact, someone you know personally.
Windy is his last name.
Yeah.
Every shit for it.
Yeah. So Windy gives you. It's spelled with an I, it's not the E. It's God damn it.
I never did it, Windy.
Yeah, I know.
We're always cool.
Yeah, a guy like that will stick out like a sore thumb. He'll probably be coming with a fucking entourage, right?
Yeah, I really want to know what they're driving when they leave.
Yeah. I'll let you know.
Yeah.
You said like a week? I mean, I'll keep,
And he can call me at the actual officer's quarters.
Yeah. There's a payphone on each level, yeah.
Not the random street corner.
No,
Fake pimp calls.
Yeah. So, that doesn't take very long to set up. What else? So you're going to the bar.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go to the bar as well.
Okay. Do you want to meet them at the bar?
Yeah, sure.
All right. So, let's see here.
Did we take a driver from them?
Oh, yeah, you have a driver now.
We
Yeah.
have a driver, so we can get down there on
Yeah.
our own.
Oh, yeah, Louis Tran is there. Than is your driver. He's.
Humid, reading the shit out of him.
Yeah.
Do you want to spend a point?
Yes.
Actually, I'll spend. I humid.
You spend it. Somebody spend a point on the guy who knows everywhere we're going.
Yeah.
Okay. With your 1 point of human, you say, "Oh yeah, well, what about that heroin connection?" Very loudly enough, and he just looks back. So yeah, he's a plant.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Good to know.
So what do you? So you know that he's somebody's plant, and with heroin, probably the drug traffickers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then definitely send us over to some other subsequent bar, ask to go get a drink somewhere, wait for him to go around there, and then disappear and walk on the air there on our own. Some place that's close enough right now, but would throw him off.
I said we go straight to the bar. I'll take care of it. You guys go inside.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Yeah. I like
Direct
this.
approach on that. So.
All right, so we'll go to the bar first. Anyways, the bar is a true hole in the wall, but it does have American beer and whiskey at reasonable prices. Even now, after Tet, amazing. Terrible Russian international pop music plays on a reel-to-reel system. Yeah, I remember that meme. So it plays... No. Well, that's what your characters are experiencing. Impromptu sing-along sessions are breaking out every now and again, as there's a lot of people who speak really good Russian here for some reason, hanging out, drinking. And also, but they occasionally pop in American and Vietnamese music. So it's a very cosmopolitan bar, hence the name. So, yeah, you can choose, make up a contact that you know works here. You have the agency point, so you get this for free.
Okay.
Yeah, what's your contact?
That is... excuse me. Let's see. Back at the bar, actually, it's like a woman, probably in her late 40s, but just looks like she's been bartending with the entirety of her life in various establishments. And I'm not waiting. She is slinging drinks back and forth right now and is giving. That's side eyes and almost punching all the.
What's her name?
Dolores Finch.
Dolores Finch. Ooh, I like that. That's a good name.
Yeah.
And that is one of your... Yeah. So Dolores is there. And... Yeah, let's see. Yeah, what do you want to know? Welcome to Saigon.
Basically,
Good morning, Vietnam.
Yeah.
But say if they send it for the contact right now, yeah, it's basically go up and give the version to CIA contact right now. It's what do you have or whatnot, and I say that's Jameson, that's double up, no. That's no cream on that or whatever, and she looks over. It's oh, hopefully that's enough.
Oh
okay.
yeah. No, she's down with it. You do know she is not Delta Green, so she doesn't know anything about that shit. But what do you want to ask about, or do you want access to the files of the old Operation Roundup?
Access to the files for the old operation, because we needed to at least compare that to what we got from the ones that we already have. Mm-hmm. And particularly also, the only other information we'll ask for particularly is anything else extra that they might have on the triads here, and that's anything for the meeting that's going on. Since they are probably observing that as well.
So, yeah, that'll be a bureaucracy or network test to get those documents from the CIA.
Okay.
So that's a general ability, and the difficulty is 4 because it's your contact.
Okay.
So how many points do you want to spend?
I'll go ahead and spend 2 on your bureaucracy. Gotta actually get a good roll at the table. Yeah, it's going to be 5.
Okay. Yeah, so Dolores can get you access to the records that are kept at Norodome House behind the embassy page, so yeah.
We could also use some listening equipment.
True.
We don't have bugs or anything to tape them, and they're going to be reel-to-reel tapes. So
that's an excellent point too. So I'm thinking
it's going to be heavier than the fucking gun.
Yes, but yeah, anything that they have on that we can have on loan for the moment.
Oh yeah, the CIA. Yeah, you came to the right people to ask for surveillance.
Yeah,
that's the one thing we got lots of. Yeah, that's another bureaucracy or networking test.
All right, last point of bureaucracy. Let's hope.
No, dude, let me.
It's all being
yeah, Marcus could do that. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, it's all being redirected towards DC for some reason.
Yeah, so I'll do bureaucracy.
Difficulty 4.
7.
Okay. Yeah, how many did you spend? Well,
1.
At least 2.
I spent 1.
Oh yeah, at least 1. Yeah. All right, so yeah, you get that. So you get surveillance equipment that you can use to plant audio bugs.
Excellent.
Because video bugs aren't really a thing yet, and
if they are, they're huge.
Yeah. They're not
What's
really
that
bugs.
box doing?
Yeah,
in the corner?
exactly.
But shh, don't look at it. It's not real.
So they do take time to set up, but yeah, you can bug a room, you can bug a phone. You just need time and access. So that's not hard. Well, that's variable. So yeah, what Dolores is happy to help one for the other. So yeah.
Okay. Last before we leave, I will kind of note that just in case, because we're again we're just mainly gathering information here too, but we might need some generalized cover. So if we can possibly call in for that, it help just more of a distraction than anything else that might come up in the future. So,
like, what do you mean by cover?
So if anybody basically tries to, that's like tries to tag us or anything right now, maybe just run a small bit of interference to get them off our tail. So, in the terms of maybe just, again, not killing.
We have assets and we can do that, but you have to be pretty specific with that. We can't just give you a detail of armed goons.
Not details, but mainly it's if we can call at certain points to be able to maybe get somebody.
Yeah, well, those kind of the services of those kind of personnel are pretty premium right now.
How much spend for preparedness to perhaps run along my personal supply of armed goons?
Look, if you can give me something about like, that's
What information are you looking for?
well. Look, I can get you something, but like that's a little more difficult. So that's a difficulty 6 test, and that's kind of like. Yeah, the mechanism would be, we don't like to do things in city like that. But we do have, taskings. We can do sweeps of areas outside the city. So if you have an area outside the city that's presenting, you got some intel on, we can do Operation Phoenix tasking for a sweep.
Okay, we might need on that too. Can I actually?
But if you need to get some people, we it's just like your request is a little vague right now.
And unfortunately, you need to keep it that way too with concerns and security. Although, can I spend a point of negotiation to supplement for that instead? Or
I mean, it's like in describe your request in specific game terms.
Or actually, I know something else I can use as a bargaining chip too, because even though that's with the. I'm sure I can just say that correctly.
Like, what do you mean? Someone to
he doesn't know what you're asking for.
I know.
It's too. Yeah, it's
I know. I know.
It's too open ended. Like you need to, like you said, if I want a distraction at this time and place, that would be something. But like having having a group of people ready at a moment's notice for whatever is a little too much.
I know. I understand that's vague too. So I was.
You can come back and ask again. So yeah.
Although something else we could possibly do is setting up for more of a trap for the mouse as well. So.
What do you have a location of this chemist?
We have an area where we believe them to be. So we've narrowed it down.
Okay.
So if you can possibly close a net around that area.
It's not really our thing.
So but information that can also produce information right now that you would need potentially for your side as well that he could lead to.
We're good for finding things out. Taking action in the city like that is really more other people's areas. So,
okay.
Yeah, like you do have the South Vietnamese government here and the army and stuff like that. The people who have actual jurisdiction. You could talk to them if you want to like have a sweep or like kick doors down. That's more their job, right? Okay. We don't try to do that because we're trying to be our hosts technically, and we can't do anything without their help.
What do you think this is, Cambodia?
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, if you need help with specific things, I can, but like we're not really kicking doors down. Like you give me info from this, if you get actionable info or something about like, we can talk again. But yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Meanwhile.
I'm outside with our totally trustworthy driver. Right?
Yeah, Lewis, yeah.
I look around real nervous on the street. I'm like, Lewis, I don't like it here. We got a deal going on. I need some more cover.
Oh, yeah, of course. What do you need?
Pull into an alley or something?
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I get in the back seat and slap the top. Yeah, let's go.
All right, yeah. So you get in the back seat. Yeah, you get in the back seat. He pulls into an alley nearby.
I slip a Gurren over his throat.
It's just killing him?
No, I'm going to put some pressure so he knows what's going on, and then the gun's going into his side.
Yeah. Okay. One hand on the Garrett, one hand with the gun. He's okay. I'm sorry.
He's not talking.
Okay,
It's very tight.
Yeah.
I'm like, look, I'm going to let this up. Answers better come out of your throat, and I better like them, or I'm going to cinch it right up again. All right, so who are you working for? So I'm going to let it go a little bit.
No one. Just a bit.
Yeah. That's... We're going to play that game as long as Lewis wants to keep playing that game.
Okay. Yeah. You play that game for a little. You have at least one in intimidation,
yes,
right?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you don't have to spend. You have him totally vulnerable. He takes him a little bit, but once he feels a little bit of blood on his neck, he says, "No, it's the barman at the Continental. He pays for tips.
Tips about what?
Where people B&DD people go and what they do.
Okay. How much do you pay?
Depends on the tip.
What's the most you've ever been paid?
I got paid $100 yesterday for you telling about 3 new people showing up in town. One waiting outside, 2 go in. I mean, you 3, yeah.
Does he know what we look like?
Yeah.
Or does he know there's 3 of us?
Yeah.
So you took pictures.
I didn't take pictures. I just described you.
Okay.
I don't get camera's expensive. They don't pay me they don't give me a camera.
So you give him $100 for that?
Yeah.
All right. I will slip him 200.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be like, you tell him that those 3 guys aren't for B&D. They're running some other operation. Classy girls, classy boys, whatever you need for a night of entertainment. You make sure that if the bartender needs to outsource something for the Continental for any VIPs, we get the first call.
Okay. Sure.
I'm also going like, does he have a wallet or something?
Yeah, of course. He's got a driver's license. He's got He's got like a ID that identifies him to the embassy staff and that kind of thing.
Yeah, I look at all that. I memorize it.
Yeah.
Make it very clear I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Right in front of him. It was like, okay, Lewis, you're going to tell him that. And you're going to take your $200 and you're going to leave your car behind. And if any of that doesn't happen and you make a stinky about any of that, all those family members that you could use that money to support, you're not going to have to worry about that anymore.
Yeah, roll stability.
Okay. What am I making?
You need a 4.
You're cool with that.
Yeah. Threatening civilians and innocent people. But you're fine.
Yeah, innocent guy. Innocent guy.
Well, his wife and kid probably.
Dude.
I mean,
Oh, come on, dude. That's Tuesday.
Yeah.
I wasn't lying about the Garrett thing. I was lying about the killing a kid thing. But
Well,
I'm not going to let him know that.
Yeah, you're the kind of person who
Well,
does
okay,
that.
he's not going to call your bluff on killing his kid.
But he
I don't
believes
think
you.
he would.
He believes you, and he does leave you the car. But what should I tell him? Why were you meeting with the B&DD yesterday then?
Paying him off.
Okay.
You're from here. You know how shit works.
Yeah.
You got the money in your
They'll
pocket.
buy that.
Yeah. You did too.
Yeah.
Scoot, you're a pedestrian now, Lewis.
Okay.
Kick him on the ass as he goes back.
Stumbles. Yeah. All right. Yeah. You got a lot of people going to be calling that phone number tonight.
Well, they're not going to exactly put on the conference room heroin summit.
Yeah.
You need an invite.
Yeah. So that's true.
You're right. So people are like, not a heroin summit party.
Marcus, was there anything you wanted to ask Dolores at the CIA? Okay.
Most of what I was in. Yeah, I got equipment. I was going to ask for the equipment for bugging, but we got that.
Yeah, we had it.
She says come back anytime. First drink's on me.
Appreciate it.
All right. But you get access to the Norodom. So when you come back out, Eli, you're driving the car. Lewis is gone.
Get in, we're made. Got to ditch this vehicle.
Yeah.
Lovely.
How badly?
I think we can salvage it, but we need to get off the street.
Jesus. Okay.
Is there a trade-in market for cars that function in...
0 point streetwise, yeah.
Yeah, I just want another car that runs.
I mean, you could take it to Buford. He'd definitely take it off your hands.
For a clean car. No, not one that...
He says it's clean.
Oh, God.
Hey, come on.
Well, he'll do it fast, or you can
He'll
spend...
do it fast. Fine.
Hey, most of the blood's been cleaned from it, I'm sure.
Yeah. So, you Buford and his
Thank you, obviously insane Colonel Kurtz.
What do you mean? He was nice.
So I explained to them that I put in a false tip
Yeah.
through Lewis, and that we've been made as working with B&DD.
Well, they just keep tabs that everybody talks to B&DD.
Yeah.
So you may not have been made per se, but certainly, everybody spies on everybody else here.
I'd rather be made as something else than what I really am.
Yeah, no, that's fair. So that takes you an hour or so. So by this time it's lunchtime, and you can go swing by the Norodome house and get the documents. You have access to it. She called ahead, and let's see here. You can get a lot of information about Operation Roundup, but that will take some time to read through.
Okay.
But you do get some names pretty quickly of people who were involved in the operation. So the operational leader was a Colonel Lansdale, and you do see Buford's name in the report several times. And there are, let's see here, there are reports that the CIA, Army, let's see here, Republic Vietnam National Police taking action against the Ben Zuyen, the former heroin trafficking group. Let's see here. So you have military science, so you can spend a few hours reading it between the three of you, read the documents in sort of
a working lunch.
Yeah. Walter Buford, who we already talked to, has been doing that. But there's also Lansdale is now Edward G. Lansdale is now a Major General of the U.S. Air Force, and he is listed on the embassy staff list, and he has a home address too. So yeah, you can. Those would be the people to talk to, but you can get basically more detailed. You can also ask other questions about the operation in general if you had any. But
so the objective was the cult of Dagon.
In 1955, Delta Green found out there's a cult of Dagon operating in Saigon. They did Operation Roundup to wipe them out. They chased them out of Saigon, tracked them down to their temple in the what?
Sunrat Swamp.
Yeah, Rungsat Swamp. And called in an airstrike on it. And presumably, the reports say they're all gone. It's a dead cult now. But
yeah, I'd say that too if they were going to send me back.
Yeah. Let's see here. Two of them, and those are the only two people in the country right now, Buford and Lansdale. And if you have other questions about it, you can get them.
Are there like symbols, any identifying marks?
Yes.
I know I'm looking for like weird, bug-eyed, big mouth people from talking to Johnny PTSD.
Also, anything for like cult recording chance right now, stuff that we can see if is being
no recordings, but they do give you. Yeah, do you have a cult or a natural?
I have both.
Okay. Yeah, you get some symbols and things you can like check, but you do get some basic information on them from cult interrogation things. So this is like a couple hours to read through all this, but between the two of you, you can. So the Dagon is also connected to an entity called Cthulhu, and it is some sort of aquatic sea god that they worship. And things come out of the ocean to breed with humans, and these hybrids live among the coastal communities, and many fishermen are associated with them. But you do see also a list of symbols and things like that they connect to. Yeah, you don't get a whole lot of information, but that's sort of these are connected to. They apparently been grown. The Saigon cult grew alongside rubber plantations starting in the 19th century, and then Operation Roundup focused on the French lodges of the cult and in Saigon. And so there was some connection between French colonial settlers and the indigenous cultists. And you're not sure exactly the connection. They're also confused by it as well. But yeah, they were also connected to opium traffickers. And yeah, so you now will recognize cult symbols when you see them and get a sense that this has been around a long time. And is there any other specific questions you want to know about the cult?
Nothing about like drug trafficking or anything like that, right?
Well, apparently even in the 1950s they were heavily associated with the drug trafficking.
Okay.
Apparently it seems like the report writers back then believed that it was useful for the cult to hide their activities and to gain revenue to bribe officials and operate. So it was a marriage of convenience between the two.
Everybody loves drugs.
Yeah. Everybody loves drugs.
Even fish people.
Yeah. There's questions about tying dreams and the cult and opium induced dreams. So, but those are vague marginalia, handwritten notes on the side. So,
okay.
Yeah. So, I'd say that this takes up most of the afternoon on day 2. You're just reading all these reports and a lot of back padding at the end of it, but You now know General Lansdale's name and location, so you can try and contact him if you want. And you need to get to a certain payphone in a couple hours. But you have a time to do at least one more thing before you go.
I can see if we can set up the meeting with Lansdale while you're taking care of that. So, if nothing else, take a look at that tomorrow.
By this point, yeah, you can go to the embassy building, or you can go to his house.
Like, my only concern there is, like, setting up, like, a surprise visit. That might be a little bit.
You got all kinds of official credentials on you.
That's true, so.
You do have the call sign for... Then this guy he was writing or signed off on a lot of these reports for Delta Green. So he is definitely... Lansdale is definitely a Delta Green guy.
Okay, so at least we can trust him.
Meet him somewhere public.
Yeah, so we can at least do that. So yeah, I will go ahead and make a call over to whatever his... That's like his lieutenants or anybody else who are acting as secretaries right now and see if I can get a meeting set up somewhere around there too, around the area. Definitely like let's say public bar and or restaurant where we can have on there too. I do mention like that he has an invitation for the day at the races.
So the assistant is this young sounding man, but his tone kind of changes a bit when you mention a day at the races, and he says the general doesn't go out in public anymore. He's a general. He's too much of a target for the VC. But he's very receptive for people in your situation. Why don't you come by tonight and see him? You might pick up a new song.
Okay. With that,
I'd go with you, but I have to go to a break.
We got Tom. We're good. So. Okay. Yeah. Since I don't see any there, although I guess human on that one on the call is like, is this immediately threat? Like, oh shit.
No, it's helpful. He's trying to be helpful, but he's like very clear that the general is not going to go to a restaurant because that's a good way to get bombed.
Yeah,
that's fair. So okay, so
have him send a car.
Yep.
I'm going to need ours. Well, Lewis's.
Okay. Request.
Well, not even Lewis's now.
It's what I sold for those.
Yeah, Lewis don't have a car no more, so I hope he can buy a new one for $100.
Well, he got $300. So.
Yeah, he does have.
You forgive us something with 3 wheels on it.
Oh man, do you want a rickshaw?
No. To be driving around in a tuk-tuk.
Yeah.
We're going to do a meeting with it. We're going to deal with the general. Please start packing.
It's just you're just visiting a nice man's house at night.
Should I pack special?
That's up to you.
I'm going to a brothel.
Yeah.
With my gigantic stack of cash.
Okay.
And trying to find the madam.
What kind of brothel? Like high or low end?
I got to be able to pass him off at high end. So
Okay. Yeah. You got Streetwise. You can find that. You have enough time to find it. So after you finish reading up on the old Delta Green reports you got from the CIA, and you have a sense of the mission that they did a lot of fucking fighting. They get a lot of people, but obviously not enough. So
it's never enough.
It's never enough. And you find a brothel, the Golden Lotus, and there is a madam there. She is, as madams go, seems pretty intact, like staring at you with guarded expression. Not even hardened, just guarded. But, she's early 40s. There's a couple of guys lounging about, trying real hard to look like they're not the muscle, doing a pretty good job. Tourists wouldn't realize that they are armed and ready to kill somebody at a moment's notice. And there's, 8-10 girls there waiting. Yeah.
I just look at her dead in the eye. How much for a roll?
A roll? Yeah. Who you want? We have, she does the spiel, practices 1,000 times. So there's low end, anything from, $5 to $100. We have all kinds of experiences. You want someone to walk on your back? We have all kinds of things. You can, the latest fashions. Yeah. So she has quite a few girls available at various prices.
Okay. I get $600.
Yeah. Her eyes, hello.
Hello, gorgeous.
3 for the girl. Mm-hmm. 3 to keep them on standby. I got some friends coming in town. I want to make an impression, but I don't know when their plane's going to arrive. I call. I want them scooting to where I'm from. I don't care who they're with. I don't care if you got to kick a general out of there. they're with me that night.
Of course.
Anything they make working, they keep. No cut on my end.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Think of it like subcontracting.
Yes. I think this could be. She's game for it. And who do I say you are?
I'm in charge of the Love Regiment.
The Love Regiment.
What? It's not cringe at
I
all.
like the sound of that. Of course. So yeah, you peel $600, and they'll be on standby.
I call them, they don't come. They might find some people with army credentials in here that don't belong.
Okay. Yeah, if you could, that's a point of intimidation though to make that stick. You didn't spend any on Lewis. So
Okay, yeah.
But
like, shut you down unless you do.
Yeah,
something.
it
You
takes
just get to take $600 and walk into the streets of Saigon.
Yeah, but she finds you quite credible as a threat, and yeah, she will stick to her terms of the bargain at least for a week.
That's all I need.
Yeah.
I write down the number of the Golden Lotus and go on my way to a shady payphone to smoke cigarettes at.
Yeah. All right.
Wow,
yeah.
that's an evening.
Yeah.
Basically, my life.
So with that, we'll get back to that. You go to the two of you go to the general's house. Turns out to be a large villa, or rather two smaller villas joined by a large central living space. There's obviously a wall outside. There's a guard, but the guard lets you in. They don't say anything about the 45s you have, but you can. Both of you have notice, I imagine.
Yes.
Yeah. There are a number of disciplined young men, around the perimeter. So
Slightly paranoid.
yeah. But the General Lansdale is a tall, imperial-looking man, hardened expression. A iron gray hair and a mustache, a tan face, strong chin jutting out from a cigar, just like oil. Just even though he's in his 60s,
Military, basically, just totes
military and loving it, and just clearly a man among the men kind of
Aspects. So just take
know
charge, take the crap.
Yeah, he holds court in a rattan armchair, and there are some other people. You have to wait as some old agency people you saw at the Cosmo Bar earlier, some others you don't recognize are, he's holding court, and everybody smokes and drinks. There's an open bar with just rows of scotch and whiskey and bourbon, and yeah, there are women bringing glasses and then disappearing, and as you two are just sort of waiting for your turn with the general.
Yeah, while he's doing that right now, it says open a bar.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, if they have a thing of McAllen, I'm going to go up in there and grab it.
Oh, of course, yeah.
16 year?
So they got rum?
Yeah, they got a bottle.
Like a high-end rum.
Sure, you got the Hawaiian shirt. It's
Stuff in your pockets with hors d'oeuvres.
Got something to flank back.
yeah. So
Feed us.
as you're noodling around, as you're searching the bottles there, Marcus, you feel something brush against your foot, and you look down. Give me a stability check.
5.
Okay, you don't like yelp or jump, but a 10-foot boa starts pushing by you.
I was like, hello?
Yeah.
That's literally what I do.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it pays you no mind. It's just exploring the room. It's an enormous fucking boa. And Lansdale notices you looking at, oh, that's Baby. She's the smartest one in the room, aren't you?
It's like she looks, that's Rhodes Scholar.
Do either of you have art? Or
I do not.
Music?
Let's see. No, so I do not.
Okay.
I have anthropology or archaeology if you want to do that.
You know what? Anthropology, you've studied some folk songs in your day.
Okay.
Yeah. Give us a song then. So some of his men rig up a microphone and speakers. It's karaoke time.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I much prefer going around town pretending to be a pimp.
Yeah.
Karaoke.
Boots are paid for.
I'll actually just go with like old militia people, start nervously saying, "It's a long way."
Yeah, no, if you weird old folk songs. In character, I'll just give like old Vietnamese nursery rhymes that I was given to by my mother when I was growing up. So something that was just
Sounds sweet, if nothing
Yeah,
else.
that's exactly it. And you know enough of the guitar to play along to it. And yeah, actually, Lansdale is mesmerized by your performance.
Actually, so am I. Like, holy shit.
Yeah.
I didn't know she could do that.
So...
Plantation rum, fuck yeah.
So he lands. This reminds me of one of my tapes. He pulls out one. And starts playing a song that you don't... It's not in Vietnamese. It's clearly a mournful song, a dirge, and it's just from the tone. And he explains it's the Cham people. They lived in this area. They were a coastal people. They were fishermen. They lived out here for a long. You know that your character knows this history, but they arrived in Indochina from around the sea from around 1000 BC, and they dominating the trade from 600 AD to 1200. Then the Khmer Empire conquered them, and so by the 1960s, the Cham have become a small minority even in their former kingdom. Only 60,000 live in South Vietnam. Another 250,000 live in Cambodia. And yeah, the Cham song, it's a sea burial song. The poor bastards have to live on the ocean practically, and everyone on the land seems to hate their guts. So... he plays a she Santee, next named John Kanaka, sung by a kid from Massachusetts. He sung it back while he was in Da Nang. Yeah.
It's like all very beautiful and haunting in their own way too. Although to slightly detract from that, is there a chance that we might be able to speak to you in private?
Sure. Yeah, but he kind of dismisses some of the other people. So it's just you two, and Baby, and him.
Okay, so side-eyeing Baby right now to make sure. So.
I trust Baby.
Yeah. She's in the corner. Yeah.
Sorry to take up at least of your time, General, but we wouldn't do it if we weren't at least in need of information since, like us right now, you participated at Days of the Races, so in particular one, and that's like within country right now in 1955.
Yeah. Yeah, the war with the Ben Zuzien.
Okay. And so that's like, to be completely frank, at least since we're there, we are in a position where we're essentially doing a follow-up, confirming to make sure that there is no other issues that are coming around from here. And that's like, we were wondering if we can get any more clarity from you.
Sure.
In particular, for reading the reports, it looks like it was an unmitigated success where... yeah, they were routed and missiles took out everybody, but reports don't fully sometimes give that information.
Sure. Yeah, we got them out of Saigon. We killed enough of them to make sure. The Corsicans took it pretty personally. They tried to kill me twice. A car bomb and a sniper attack, but they thought we were after them, but we weren't. We were just after the Ben Zuyun and the Daga cult. But, yeah.
Is there anything else more you can tell us about this cult?
Well, I think we got them all, but maybe wrong sat. I don't know. We didn't have the air power back then that we have now. We got them out of Saigon, but in fact, we couldn't even get coordinates of their actual temple. There was something interfering with our equipment. The pilots had to follow. There was Buford. We had to follow his radio beacon with not a compass heading. So it was something wrong, something different about that area.
Do I know anything that could do that?
All kinds of things, but nothing. Well, I mean, theoretically, but like you're not at the North or South Pole. Like it's like, outside of, not really.
Because I know everything they could do it that I would know of. Right?
Yeah.
The SIGINT and the photography, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, let's see. If you really want to talk to somebody there's another person who might be able to help you. I think they're at Club. It might be a Club Whiskey, but it's, let's see. Club Whiskey was it was a crummy bar then. It's probably a crummy bar now, but the Best Damn River Pilot was there. And let's see here. Her name is... Best Damn River Pilot is... what's her name? She was our one to get us in and out of there. And she was the only one I know that survived. So, Throng Katjid. She and some of the other locals who helped us might be at Club Whiskey. Yeah. But... He hands you a ace of spades card with a phone number written on it in green ink. Anything you think of, give me a call if you need something.
Hopefully it won't have to be that overt, and that's like our stashing away my jacket, it is very appreciated in general.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Club Whiskey is an interesting place.
How so?
He just smiles. Anyways, it's a good night seeing y'all. It's late though, and I have a long day tomorrow.
Thank you so much for your time.
You meant on that smile. It's just that like.
As you're leaving, one of his assistants comes out. General, remembered how much you like this tape. He hands you a cassette tape. It is labeled The Great Greats Club Whiskey, January 31, 1967.
Nod, thank him for...
Oh, yeah, we'll definitely have to listen to that.
Mm-hmm.
And lose a bunch of sand in the hotel room. But that's besides the point.
Yeah, so the pilot is not necessarily Club Whiskey, but so you have two more leads. The pilot, Let's
go have a sanity party at the hotel.
Yeah. Yeah, Throng's nickname is the Cat. So the Cat, the riverboat pilot, and Club Whiskey.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Is that Club Whiskey?
Well, you can listen to that tape and find out.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, we'll listen to it together.
Yeah. So meanwhile, Eli, how do you keep people away from the phone booth?
Right. Stand in front of it?
Okay. Yeah. I mean,
Smoking cigarettes?
yeah, you're a pretty pissed off looking guy, and most people don't want to pick a fight with you. So, like, nobody wants to pick a fight with you yet. And yeah, there's a phone call a little after 8 p.m.
I pick it up. Captain Love speaking.
Love Regiment.
You got me.
You got class act.
All you need.
Great. How much? So the unknown person starts talking a little bit about like price and time.
Where are we at? We pay for travel.
Okay. He mentions a hotel near the Hotel Continental, but not the Hotel Continental.
Okay, who am I meeting there?
He gives you a name. Let's see here, Tony.
Tony. Okay. Tony, do we need to bring our own party favors, or can you supply refreshments?
Oh, we got party favors.
Plenty of refreshments?
Oh, yeah.
It's good to know.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we'll be there when we're there.
Okay. All right. Well, if you don't show up, there's no money in it for you.
Oh, yeah, I know.
All right.
I hang up.
Mm-hmm.
I pick up the phone and can I call these guys? Are they back or?
Yeah, they would probably swing by your place. Yeah.
To deposit.
Yeah, I would say you can call them, or you two can swing by the phone booth.
Oh, so, yeah, I heard. I was like, just pick up from International House of Conspiracy. How may I help you?
I got a bite on the lead I was putting out. I don't know if it's our guys or not. Do you want me to follow it up?
Yeah. Do you want us? Like you probably should. Do you want backup for this?
Yeah, I tell them the hotel.
Okay.
Stay outside until I call you.
So got that. So we'll bring it. We'll bring in the equipment. So.
Okay.
All right. I am not calling in prostitute squad yet because that would be a bad pimp that does that without facing the face and getting paid. So I will go there first by myself in the Lewis trade-in. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, there are a couple. Like I said, there are a couple.
Surprised you weren't going to say it's like how good is your acting? So.
All right. Yeah, there are a couple of. There is a list of like hotels near the Hotel Continental, but I don't want to look for it right now. We'll say you're at the Hilton near the Continental. So yeah, the Hilton. It's a nice hotel. It has air conditioning that works. There's a lot of reporters here, a lot of other, people who can afford nice hotels. Like this is like $200 a week hotel. The Continental's $250 a week. That's how much they cost. So
Jesus, can I move there?
Yeah. Well, $1968.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. I remember 2000 becomes not 18,000.
I need that time travel money.
Yeah. So you get there, streetwise, spend. You can spot Tony. He's a guy who probably is with the Corsican Mafia, drinking at the bar, waiting for a bunch of, women to show up.
Yeah, I show up. Hey, Captain Love, how you doing, man?
Oh. Hey, yeah. Where are the girls?
I gotta make sure everything's on the level. There's psychos out here, brother.
Yeah. I get it. Look, you're a new operator in town. I expect a discount.
Yeah. We can work that out.
Great. All right. Well, you met me. Here I am.
Where we going?
We got rooms up on the 5th floor.
Rooms on the 5th floor? Okay,
Yeah.
cool. All right. I tell the bartender to bring me a phone.
All right. Bartender brings your phone.
I call the Golden Lotus.
Mm-hmm.
Does he speak Vietnamese?
Who, the bartender or Tony?
Tony.
Tony, if you speak Vietnamese in front of him, he does not. You have humans, so yeah, he does not understand what you're saying.
Yeah, I do the entire conversation in Vietnamese.
Yeah.
I tell the
Party
girls
on.
to come.
Yeah.
You're going to get paid for shit, but I already paid you twice your going rate.
Yeah.
So you better get here right now.
Yeah.
Tell the madam I said so, yeah.
Okay, yeah. The madam sends the girl. Yeah, so you wait for Tony, or Tony waits with you.
I'm going to talk Tony up.
Okay.
Flattery? Can I spin flattery?
Yeah,
with Tony?
sure. Yeah.
Like, become good
Tone,
friends with
my
Tony?
man.
Like,
Yeah, he's been sitting on his ass. He's very frustrated. He's waiting for his his boss. He talks about how his boss is waiting for someone to show up, so he has to wait for someone to show up. It's very fucking frustrating to be waiting like a fucking salesman or something. Like, it's like a fucking office job. Like, Jesus fucking
man.
Christ.
That's why I fucking got out of the army, man. All that hurry up and wait shit, I couldn't stand it. I had to get into business for myself.
Yeah, well, I thought I was in business for myself, but, I thought we'd be out doing business, but no, we gotta wait. We gotta wait for someone else to show up.
What line of business you in, Tony?
I move merchandise around.
Oh, fuck, Tony.
Yes. Import,
Who am I
export,
gonna
and
tell?
Import, export, and construction.
Yeah, well, okay, yeah, he opens it. Yeah, he if you need you got a source, you want to start moving weight around.
Well, I'm not trying to horn in on anything.
All right, yeah.
But the colonel's always looking for investment.
Okay.
You know the Ghost Regiment scam, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, CIA just pumps money in here. They just throw it around like it's going. They literally print the shit. These fucking South Vietnamese guys, they got to figure it out. They say they got 500 soldiers. They take the fucking cat's salary out for all of them. Don't recruit a single fucking one. They just live in a mansion all night. See, the colonel with the Love Regiment, he's smart. Use that to keep the girls healthy, keep them happy. They're not out there working for tips, not working piecemeal, you know what I mean? Salaried wages, health care, real nice stuff, kept clean. Premium shit. You're not going to get that anywhere else in Saigon. But, keeping a couple whores happy, that ain't too expensive. Colonel got a whole regiment of payroll to go. He's looking to invest. Real estate.
How come I haven't heard about this colonel before?
He's real fucking shy. That's why he's got me.
All right, yeah. We'll see how tonight goes.
Oh, I think you'll enjoy tonight.
All right, that's great. So, yeah, the girls show
Mind
up.
if I go up and party with you a little bit? I won't touch the merchandise, of course.
Yeah, he spent the point of flattery. Yeah. The guy, he's been bored and wanting something new, and he was bored enough to try something, hearing about this Love Regiment. So, yeah. So, what you figure out is Tony here is a bodyguard for someone at the summit. I'll give a name later, but there's a lot of.
I know what his room number is
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Definitely not going to bug that phone later.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Totally.
Yeah. So, you two, you go up, and it's a scene of debauchery, drugs, and sex. And,
Yeah, I'll just sit around and smoke weed while
Yeah.
we do awful things to each other.
Yeah.
Fully case the hotel security while I do so.
Yeah, there's a lot of armed goons. Keep an eye on. They're a pretty disciplined group. They're pretty used to this area. There's a lot of, it's a well-oiled machine, but not like, this is not one they run themselves, but they've been here for at least a couple of days now, and they've spread money around to bribe all the local help. So, they're doing, visiting, but like, this is a well-rehearsed operation. But, they're getting bored. They've been sitting for days. They got nothing to do. They got to wait for the big boss to show up.
So just waiting for someone.
Yeah, waiting for someone.
Which I assume will come in a phone call.
Yeah.
Which we would like to hear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, in fact, if you don't want to do anything, it's just a scene of debauchery over the night as
we listen to a tape.
as you two are listening to a tape.
Well, I mean, if I know what room it is, it depends on how you bug it. Like, do we need to bug the phone, or can you bug the junction box? Because
You can bug it. I'll let you bug either one,
Yeah,
but either
bug the
one is
junction
going to
box.
be,
We can-
the phone in the room, everyone.
That's going to be hard.
Yeah.
until they leave.
Yeah.
But if like they're just running back up and I'm like, I'm okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're not going to leave you alone in the room. You are new, so you would have to break into the room. The junction box, you have been
Hey,
casing.
can I use the phone?
Yeah, they'll let you use it,
Get
but
some room service up here.
oh sure, yeah.
I definitely don't call room service, and I call her. And
Okay.
Speak in Vietnamese. Mm-hmm. yeah. And I explain it all in Vietnamese. What room we're in.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. In that case, so
Like, I'm like, all right, I'll go look for the junction box.
Okay. So with the junction box, so you two get to the Hilton, and you know where the junction box is, but it's behind in the employee only area. So that would definitely be a stealth check to get in.
I will do stealth.
Okay. What are you spending?
I am spending.
Now, I did say this is guarded, so it's going to be difficulty 5.
let's see. Could I also? I will give a point of stealth, but I'll distract at least the staff members right now, trying to just come in and see if.
Well, that's not stealth to distract. That would be causing attention to yourself. So that would be
Dig me.
yeah.
Either it negotiate. Oh, actually, I could probably use either reassurance or something else to basically get that.
Yeah, reassurance would work. Yeah, if
Yeah.
you want to make a spend.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a spend on there, saying like, hey, that's like, sorry, we're actually to make the excuse of the phone company. We just need to get back in there and take some repairs and stuff. So
No, you're not doing that. It's like
okay,
making a scene
So I can
somewhere.
sl-
yeah, it's like, where's my goddamn husband? Like, I told he was here. But,
Yeah.
It's like the fucking husband of mine.
So yeah, it's difficulty 3 now instead of 5.
Okay.
But you can still spend whatever you spend.
I'll spend 2.
Okay, yeah. Then you automatically succeed.
Yeah, 6.
All right, you get behind. You cause a scene, and with reassurance, that's more of a. God, yeah. What does a reassurance distraction look like? It's a hotel. There's people. There's a lot of reporters here.
Here too. So, but yeah, just kind of bringing around, trying to get at least the false bravado of like, but you report on this stuff right now. Tell them this is like a love hotel or something. That this is
Okay.
This is disreputable.
You're trying to persuade somebody for a story,
exactly.
and you're there. Yeah, the New York Times reporter there is like, no, I really don't want to do this, but you're getting very loud and impassioned about like love hotel stories.
It's like,
Yeah.
everybody's coming here. This is a scene of venereal disease and sin.
Yeah. All right. So you get loud enough that they ask you to leave. So, but you get behind the line.
Is it cryptography or SIGINT to a bug?
I'll allow SIGINT.
Okay. Spend?
Yeah.
I spend it.
Yeah. With a 1 point spend, yeah, you can bug room 513. And basically, now the thing about bugging in 1968 is, I guess, no, with a junction box, yeah, you can splice into a phone at your place or somewhere if you're choosing, and just pick up the phone and listen to whatever that phone is saying.
Can I do it? Okay.
Just
So you don't have to be
stuff,
sitting there listening there. Like,
Okay.
Yeah.
As soon as that's done, I'm gonna go head back to the
Yeah.
hotel where the phone we're gonna use. To
Yeah,
set
because
it
I keep this up until I see you come out, and then I.
Yeah, that's the thing is you don't have access to your own phone, so you need to get a room somewhere else with your own private phone because, like, the payphones at the BOQ are probably not a great thing to turn into a surveillance spot.
There any rooms available here? Any rooms available here?
Yeah, 200 a week, or a preparedness check.
I'll do preparedness.
All right, how much you spending? Difficulty 5. It's a high-end hotel.
I'll spend 2.
Okay.
That is 5.
Okay.
I have $700 left that I have.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So you secure a room in the same hotel. So whenever you pick up the hotel phone in your room, you'll hear what 513 is going on, and they won't hear you no matter what. So you can't make any calls there. But you have to manually like unplug and replug a wire to do that. So yeah. So now you just have to sit by the phone. I guess you can rig it with a reel-to-reel recorder.
At least
too.
the fucking Hilton's nicer than our terrible ass.
Yeah, it's air conditioned. Yeah.
Drawing straws. Like, who gets to do wire duty?
Yeah.
It's like I'm the one. I'm the
Yeah,
wire.
you can't rig it to a reel-to-reel recorder too. You just can't make calls while you're
Okay. Yeah, I'll have those set up.
Yeah. Okay.
We're gonna need to be in a hurry once they let them know where they're actually meeting at in the continent.
Yeah. Yeah, you can stake out the hotel, Continental yourself and try and figure that out as well. You also have a lead on the heroin lab. You have a... Let's see here. What else do you have? The cat. You also have Club Whiskey. Oh, yeah, you can listen to the tape.
Oh, yeah. It's time.
Actually, you guys want to listen to it in the room?
Well, he's busy for the rest of the night. Eli's definitely...
Yeah.
It's just us having fun. So.
Yeah.
So I meant you and me. Like,
Yes.
you can be in the room with me.
Yes.
In air conditioning.
So, yeah, you're listening to that while you're also listening to the tape. So, yeah, both of you hear a noisy but tight bar set by a Vietnamese rock combo. Electric guitar, drums, girl singer, and a muted trumpet. The lyrics are a blend of English and Vietnamese, starting with a couple of animal covers, and then entering into familiar territory, less familiar territory. It's the trumpet that sounds the weirdest, discordant, but somehow eventually dominating and shaping the rest of the song. You can't recognize this sound, even with anthropology. It sounds something weirdly like maybe weirdly distorted Chinese funerary music. It's a little similar to the Chom song that Lansdale played earlier. It feels like oil coats your spine, and your neck twitches. Both of you make a stability check.
Yep. So. Also, I like the fact that it's the trumpet this
6.
time that's actually dooming me.
Yeah.
6.
Although I'm insulted right now, they did say it was a cut mute or a straight mute.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, 1. I failed that.
All right, that's 2 points.
Okay.
That's unnatural, so... In the last 3 songs, a strange thumping, not drums, beats time and counterpoint to the melody. It's... Yeah, they let's see here. Yeah, it is. Gives you... Yeah, none of you know exactly what else to make of it, but there's something deeply weird and uncanny about it. Yeah.
Is there... I guess we can at least go for more music professors later on when we have the chance.
Well, you can go to Club Whiskey. That's where it was recorded last year.
Okay, so...
Yeah. So, yeah, at some point, Tony tells you to leave in a flat voice. Or you and the girls leave at probably around dawn, Eli. You know, you have to carry one of them out. She's just passed out.
Okay, I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah. It was not even the wildest party you've ever been to. It was...
Yeah, I mean...
It was fine.
Special Forces guys.
Yeah, but, you know, and the Corsican guys, they weren't, like, super revved up. They've just been kind of something to kill the boredom. Yeah, but they're not human. These are, like, hardened killers, all of them. Like, they all have that dead look behind their eyes.
But did they have a good time?
They did have a good time, and they were even polite enough not to get too rough with the girls. So yeah,
Recommend the Love Regiment to your friends.
yeah. Are you going to change the phone number to the Golden Lotus, or are you going to keep it to the payphone?
I will keep it to the payphone.
Okay, all right. It's 8:00, so day 3 begins, and yeah, you have a number of leads available to you. You've got a tap into the Corsican network now. You can spend the day surveilling it, or you could rig up. I mean, even you can rig it with an audio recorder and play it back later, but that's still going to take time to listen to it. Probably not as much time as you are, because you only listen to the calls, not the nothing in between.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it depends on what you want to do.
Because, we do have the whiskey inn.
You can rest to recover ability points, too, since you have a nice hotel. There is once per investigation. If you're at a safe haven, you can recover 2 investigative or 4 general ability points. So you can just hang. I mean, it's on your own, but you have a number of leads. So, what do you want to do?
Okay. I mean, you've tapped way more than anything the rest of us have.
Well, we should take shifts.
Yeah,
if someone stays on the tap,
and so
they recover ability points.
Mm-hmm. So
everybody else works leads. So who's staying on the tap?
I'll stay on the tap.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. So do we want to take a look at the whiskey inn?
Club Whiskey.
Or Club Whiskey, so...
Yeah, there's also the riverboat pilot, the cat. You can track her down.
Yeah.
You have you know where to ask around about her, so you can talk to her if you want. And you know about where the heroin lab is, or approximately where it is. Yeah.
So we can triangulate the mouse if we want to. We get a beat on that. Or go... Because that's what I'm thinking, that, or going to find the boat captain to get more information on the background for this. For 55 and C.
We gotta see if the cult's still around.
Yeah.
and involved or not. So the cult was in charge of the drugs, right?
Yeah, so that's what I'm thinking. Like the mouse might
maybe
be
the heroin lab, because the mouse would have to go back into Rung Sat to be of use and tell us if there's. And if there's anything Mr. Junk told me,
Yeah, you do. Back in '55, the the drug traffickers and the cult were working together. So if they're together now, they probably.
And we know a rough location of the lab.
3-block radius.
So we can take that time to see if we can narrow it down any further.
So I would say we would go there, because unless we can see cult activity, we're just risking our ass going into that swamp.
So agreed. No, I was never.
Well, you can talk to the riverboat captain too. Or
But wouldn't the riverboat captain know about what the cult was doing in 1955?
She was part of the operation. She was the one who took them to the swamp.
Yeah. So that's why we at least know the way in there too. So maybe figuring out the mouse. I concur finding the mouse first and then going to her if it takes us into it. So.
Going to the lab. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Looking around for a lab.
Yeah.
Well, you need to start
Going
searching
inside.
for it. It'll take time. I mean, 3 blocks is still.
Yeah.
It's not going to be instant. So you need to start searching for it. So, yeah, it is in the. Let's see here.
It said it was in 1 or 3.
Yeah. No, it's in. Let's see here. It is on just south. Let's see here.
I mean, District 1 or 3, not location.
Yeah, district. Yeah. Why does it not have that location on the map? It's his house. So Yeah, so you narrow it down to this 3-block radius, and it is south. Yeah, District 3. So I'll say it's District 1. It's District 3. Sorry. So it's District 3. You start searching the area. So I will say, of course, there are people. It's finding this place while it is going to be a guarded location. So that is going to be a stealth check for both of you, difficulty 5, to walk around this area without being suspicious.
So, can I mitigate that through a streetwise spend to make sure that we look more like, kind of bumbling tourists or people looking for a fix versus...
There's not many bumbling tourists after the Tet Offensive, but you could look like... And if report like you're still Western... Well, you could look like a local. So yeah, you could make a streetwise spend. They'll give you a plus... That would lower the difficulty down to 2 for your stealth test.
What's my difficulty?
Standard difficulty is 5. Difficulty is 5 for that. So you could spend... And also, it may take you multiple days to thoroughly find it. So if you have criminology, pharmacy, or traffic analysis, you could spend those to shorten the amount of time it would take you to find it.
Well, I'll make sure I don't get caught and murdered first.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So
try not to do that.
Spending 4.
That'd be bad.
Okay.
22.
Make it a 7.
Okay, and I make it a 3 because mine went down to 2. So.
Yep. All right, so you both make it. This place is heavily... You can both tell this is patrolled by... associates, both Vietnamese and probably Corsican, and definitely Corsican, walking around this neighborhood. So keeping an eye on things, but you were able to blend in and remain unseen.
I stick to the roofs.
Yeah. So do either of you want to spend any criminology, pharmacy, or traffic analysis to shorten how many? This may take more than 1 day.
I've already used up my criminology spend. Do you have...
I've got pharmacy and traffic analysis.
Yeah, I'd say if you can use that, so...
I will use traffic analysis.
Okay. And you start recognizing courier routes or their regular paths that people take to go to certain areas. But of course, you can only see so much from a rooftop without being seen. So it's a slow going. So basically, that's going to be the entire day for both of you. You've investigated half of this place. So tomorrow you'll be able to...
Still couldn't find it?
No.
Even with a spend?
Well, because you're being stealthy.
Yeah.
Normally it takes 3 days to find it. So you've cut it down to 2. So, meanwhile, Marcus...
Yeah.
Are you actually going to be super attentive, or are you going to be resting to recover ability?
Super attentive.
Super attentive. All right. Do you want to make any spends? Because you do get calls in broken English and Vietnamese and a mix of...
Cryptography?
Cryptography? Yeah, codes. Yeah, ciphers. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll spend.
Okay. This is the regular... I mean, traffic analysis would work, too, if you have that.
I don't.
Okay.
We're all just doing various Gene Hackman movies.
yeah.
Doing that one.
Conversation. Yeah. This is... Everyone should have just made a different Gene Hackman character.
But we all look and sound exactly like him.
Yeah.
doing like Luthor.
Oh man, well that's so. Yeah, you're getting a sense of a lot of the structure of the Corsican mafia and how it works and how it's operating, but with these little glimpses into how Tony is operating. So this is basically going to give you a pool. I'll give you 3 points that you can spend on anything related to the dealing with the Corsican mafia. So
Okay.
for stealth checks or for, whatever, you'll have this pool that you can give to your other investigators as well. Be like, oh, here's how they operate. So
Okay.
you can spend that for various advantages as you're learning how they think and operate. So
Yeah. And also maybe like him also waiting for word of the arrival of a certain someone.
not on day 3.
What an asshole.
Yep. It looks like so far Tansy Doyle's information is, holding up. So, but yeah, you two of you spend a day in this neighborhood and you've eliminated half the houses. They're definitely not the lab, but with the courier route, you're narrowing it down. So tomorrow you're sure you'll eliminate every single house. So it's got to be one of those.
I'm coming back completely stuffed right now since my cover is just taking as much street vendor food as possible to look non-suspicious.
So, but yeah, 8:00 is rolling around. Tony wants more girls. He's your first caller.
Yeah, man. I'll send them right up.
Okay.
Call the Golden Lotus again. Try and get them on the phone.
Yeah. They're happy to go. They've been paid in advance. It's great. So, and they're getting more from the Corsicans. So, what's not to love about this arrangement?
Agreed.
Yeah. So, you wait to see if anybody else calls, or are you done for is the Love Regiment closed for the night?
I think I got what I needed out of the Love Regiment with the connection. So yeah, I'm not looking to actually score.
All right.
Money off of it.
There's a lot of people picking up this paper like, what? Love, what the fuck are you talking about? Yeah. Tony's punctual. So, are you also accompanying the girls? So it's a repeat, or are you?
Oh fuck! I want to party all night.
Sure you do.
I'll go and make sure they're okay. Yeah. So I'll hang out for a little bit.
I'll be able to get some more information from Tony. So
Yeah.
I'll hang out with Tony. But...
Yeah, if you want, he's still bored and waiting, bitching about stuff. He's letting his guard down a little more around you, but he does talk about some guy he had to stab a lot because he insulted his mother, and it's a he has a switchblade that he's happy to highlight his story. Yeah, he waited till the guy went to take a piss and came up behind him and stabbed him repeatedly in the ribs.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then,
showed his ass.
Yeah, and then it's a very violent story. But
I can see why your boss picked you.
Yeah.
How'd you get into this line of work? Where do you like put in a resume or?
You're born into it.
Oh, it's a family thing.
Yeah, it's a family thing. But we outsiders like you, we can trust you to a degree. But blood is thicker than water.
Yeah. Obviously.
Yeah. You understand. See, that's why you'll do well. Yeah.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, green. Green ain't too bad.
This guy. Yeah. So, yeah, it's not a super
helpful conversation.
Yeah. Well, if you want to make a spend, you can. If you want to pry stuff out of him, but he's not going to volunteer it for nothing. So yeah, I mean, 0 point notice spend people, you start recognizing faces who come by, people who aren't at this hotel. There's all the hotels around town or near the Continental have a lot of Corsican people, a lot of people from the various outfits here for this summit.
Could I get more for a notice spend?
Yeah, well, what do you want? Or do you want, you could also do what like Tom and build up your Corsican pool and have a pool that you could spend for any sort of any kind of spend. Yeah. Including general stuff, Yeah. You learn how they fight. You learn how they...
I'll add to the Corsican pool.
Yeah, so you have a 6-point Corsican pool that you can spend on whatever.
6 points in Corsicans.
So, yeah, pick it up. You know how they stab people in the back, quite literally. And that kind of thing. So, day 4.
Your ass can go... wander around down there. I'm sleeping in.
Yeah.
Fucking hitman partying all goddamn night. I just put the phone off the hook next to the bed.
So since I didn't do anything for the rest of the evening, can I rest and regain some of my investigatives?
It's not like a full...
That's a day rest.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you're not losing anything from anything, so yeah, for exhaustion, you're not pushing yourselves that much.
Okay.
So, but you did. There were 2 of you actually investigating, so yeah, you could find the thing on day 4. It won't take you all day to find it.
Okay.
But you will have to make another stealth check. It'll still be at a 2, so you can still fail.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to mitigate that by.
Well, Marcus Abrams is with you now. You got this.
It's all fine.
Spend 1, so I can't technically fail this roll.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It's going to be a 4, so I'm a shadow.
All right. You find it. So you have it. It is on a old colonial house on Pasteur Street, just south of Yalong Street as a location. It is not marked on the map. Actually, no, I think it's number 18, actually. I'll just say it's number 18.
Okay.
Because it just says Pasteur Street. So... yeah, do either of you have photography? You can take some photos of it.
I have photography.
All right, if you want to make a spend.
I will make a spend on that.
Okay.
And I'm a tourist.
All right, you will gain...
In this neighborhood.
Well...
Tourist during the height of the Vietnam War.
I didn't say I was a good tourist.
Just months after... No, weeks after 10.
Here's where the heroin's made. Click.
Like, oh my! I heard this place was so awesome after
Put this on my slideshow.
and this is one of the other places where they attacked every part of the country at once.
So you gain all stealth checks to break into that place are now lowered by 1.
Excellent.
So it's easier to break in. It is, the second story overhangs the first, trailing vines shelter the terrace below. There are banyan trees tower over the house, dominating, backyard garden. You can't really see over into there. There seems to be 2 guards outside.
Okay. Heavily armed or just...
No, pistols.
Okay.
Like, they don't carry rifles. That's too obvious. But yeah, there is... You can go through the front door, which would be difficult, but there's also, a wall leading to a back wall, backyard garden. And when you get... near it. One of you, Marcus, you can make a notice spend.
I will do it.
All right. As you're near the back. Oh wait, you need to make a stealth check if you're going to be surveilling. It's difficulty 5.
All right, 6.
Okay. So the backyard garden, the wall outside of it. You can see the trees in there. So obviously that's the garden. They don't have towering trees going through the roofs, but you can smell rotting meat and a crocodilian musk coming from the garden.
Motherfucker.
Very faintly. But yeah.
Just oh, shit. Yeah.
It's very faint, but it's definitely there. So,
like, does it remind me of anything?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Like, am I near her?
You can find her, yeah.
Don't bring me back there.
No, I'm just, like, hey, you know those things we encountered a few months ago?
Last year, yeah.
I'm smelling that now down there.
In the backyard garden, yeah.
Shit. They're breaking through.
Yeah.
It's like, we don't want any.
Yeah.
But fucking hell. So this is probably maybe more serious.
You're like, it's definitely probably the same people.
Okay. Well, we just need to start.
Like, it's faint, but so there may only be one, but it's definitely the same smell.
I doubt it would only just be one, given what we saw the last time around. So, okay, then we might need to observe this more carefully. That's like unwalk.
So say it's like afternoon of day 4 when you find it, and you get that smell. So you have time to go back to the Hilton to call, or you could call the Hilton. Well, no, you're not. You won't be able to call the Hilton because.
No, I saw him do that when we left.
Yeah. Because like, you're just What are you doing, Eli? Are you just lying in bed with the headphones on?
Yep.
All right. Yeah, I'd say that's pretty much all day. Yeah, you
I occasionally smoke cigarettes.
Yeah,
I should probably send a message to the room. So.
I mean, that'll take by the time it would be quicker for you to just get there.
Yeah,
we'll go.
Yeah. So
you can also call the front desk, but I don't know what they would be able to tell me.
No, I don't.
Your friend said the dinosaur men have returned. Well, I don't speak English that well, apparently. No, I don't understand.
Well, you have tradecraft. You probably don't want to call the front desk and have them send a message because then they would call your room and realize it's not getting there. And then they investigate the junction box.
So, what is Croc-O-Man?
Yeah. I'd say, you've give me a stability check to see if you've recovered in half a day instead of a full day.
Oh, God damn it. What is my refresh?
You'll get, if you fail, you'll get half of one.
I got a 4.
All right, so you get a full refresh, which in Delta Green, Fall Delta Green, I believe. I want to say it's 2
investigative or 4 general.
Yeah, let me double check. Let's see here. Havens, 126. We're learning the rules of a game we played before. Let's see here. Refreshing. Havens. I may 3 general abilities, except for bureaucracy, health, network, and stability. Or, yeah. No, yeah, 4 general abilities or 2 investigative.
Okay.
1 or, 2-to-1 ratio. So if you want to do 1 investigative and 2 general abilities, you can do that. So whatever you want to do. Anyways, yeah, you're just hanging out. So you two can go back.
Do call today.
Yeah, there's the regular amount of calls, and in shorthand and in references, you're picking up on the Corsican network.
Yeah.
If you don't want to spend anything, you'll get 1 point to add to the pool, or if you want to make spins, you can gain more inside. But yeah.
Do they speak French?
It's like a mixture of languages, but yeah.
Can I spend French?
Yeah, you can spend French, yeah.
Does that give me more in my Corsican pool?
Let's see here. Corsican, yeah. Yeah, you can, because, Corsican French is pretty different from, Parisian French. It's a different dialect. So I would say, full 3 points you can add instead of 1.
Okay.
Yeah. So, you built up, you know a lot about the Corsicans now and how they operate. That's a pretty fruitful tap. If you were actually running an investigation, you'd have a lot of evidence. But,
that's nice.
Yeah, you're pretty good at this, actually, it turns out. Or at least so far.
I'd be good at this if I actually cared about the war on drugs.
Yeah. But you two do you two just want to head back and get Eli?
Let's head back.
All right. They show up.
We have a bigger problem.
Yeah.
Like what?
Crocodiles.
The good news is we found the mouses. That's like lab, so we are confident where that's going through. But it absolutely, apparently reeks of that same river that we encountered back a year ago with those same hybrid. That's like entities.
So that's the connect the Corsicans are making.
As far as we can tell.
Yeah.
So it's like maybe dealing with the exact same occult nonsense we did the last time.
So the cult's definitely not dead.
Figured Mr. Firebombing the motherfuckers out would have been inappropriate, but that means we have to approach this really carefully.
Or just napalm everything.
Well, at this point, we don't even have the structure to do that, and we're only supposed to be confirming that, which I would love to call our contact now.
Put a call on Carstairs. Can confirm.
But are they going to? Do you think they're going to accept a smell without getting pictures of lizardmen first?
Well, you got pictures of all the people who are going in and out, right?
Well, that's.
You did spend a photo. Yeah, you have photos. Yeah.
It's like pull up the reel right now. We need to develop, but yeah, we do.
So, do we have a ways of contacting Carstairs to get updates?
Yeah.
Or is it just like?
Yeah, the telex number. Yeah, you can send updates to him.
Ask him for info.
Okay.
What does he want? Does he want us to look at this fucking Corsican meeting? Because that's where whatever this guy's making is going, and then it's going to go everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Does he want us to look at the fucking lab?
Yeah.
Or can we fucking peace out?
Yeah. All right, I will go ahead and send that information asking for clarification, giving updates on both the lab. We have location. We have confirmation that there is a credible threat there from previous experience. Or that's like in reference last.
Okay.
or the Corsicans. So, and wait for the response.
Okay. To do that, you have to go. The best way to do that is the Signals Battalion, number 7, U.S. Stratcom Signals Battalion in Fulam, and that'll take your day. And
Stupid time frame there isn't.
Yeah, you don't have you don't have magic little devices in your pocket that can contact anyone in the world.
Party lines and whatnot.
Yeah. So,
man, I've seen Star Trek. Why can't we have that shit?
Let's see here. It's on the western edges of the Cholon monitor. Yeah. So there's radio tower setup, satellite dishes, and you should go because you have Signet there, Marcus Abrams.
Yep.
And that is going to be actually a difficulty 5 network test to go send a message via and get a response that night through the telex.
Okay. So, let's see.
We'll send the singing guy.
Yeah.
I gotta go pretend to be a pig.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds exhausting.
You have no idea.
Well, thank God I'm going to go deal with radios.
So yeah, difficulty 5 networking test.
Okay.
Do you have the networking ability? It's under general, not investigative.
Is it?
I thought it was.
I don't see it.
It's not on my character sheet.
Is it networking?
I don't see it on here.
That's weird. It is listed as a core thing, I guess.
So we just make it a Saigon spin?
You can make it a second spend for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know why they keep making network tests. I guess it's left over from Night Spike agents. They didn't catch that. Well, that's
Or agency?
agency spin would definitely work too.
I'll spend an agency.
Yeah, networking 60.
You have network. Oh, you have an unspent pool on your second page.
Oh,
Oh.
You should have 5 network points, right?
Oh, there
Okay.
it is. Okay,
Yeah, I do.
So, okay.
So it's a... All right, so it's a 5.
It's a level 5 network.
It's a difficulty 5. You need to roll 5 or better on a d6, and you can spend networking points to help you do it.
Spend 3.
Okay.
That is a 7.
All right. So yeah, with that, you get that message to Carstairs, and you wait for hours, and there is a reply, and it says, break into target location, gather all relevant intel.
So all 3 of us give us simultaneous fuck.
Locate. Lab is not primary location. Look for primary location, which, if it's a cult, they have to have a temple. It's not in a heroin lab.
I'm just going to go ahead and guess where it probably is.
Guess we gotta go talk to that pilot.
Well, yeah, but I mean, you told him about the place. He's like, yeah, of course you go in it. Why wouldn't he? Yeah.
Now I just imagine we're all just muttering like, God, this fucking job. Jesus Christ.
Like, we're not a problem here.
Can I just hang out with the Corsicans again tonight?
I'll let you roll a d6. If it's a 4 or better, you don't have to. Yeah, someone else calls up first.
Ice their genitals, yeah.
So are you just not manning the... Well, people are going to call. The word of the love regiment has come around. Are you going to screen? Are you going to look for more clients? Or are you just telling
I'm
you...
screening anything interesting.
Okay. What is interesting to you?
An into the Continental, or hey, I run this heroin lab in District 3 and we're looking for some girls, but
That does
I'm
not
not
go.
looking to like
All right.
make a
Yeah, there
make a
is...
mint in Saigon.
There is a call from the Continental. So let's see here. Who is... Yeah, there is... Yeah, so Ivan is... He's like, Ivan's there. He's at the Continental. He says, look, I've worked for the LaRoche, man. You should know who I am.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're going to get it. Yeah, so you run the same routine with Ivan.
I tell Ivan, well, there's a lot of attention at the Continental. A lot of journalist types around in the lobby. You'd maybe let us in the back for discretion purposes.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. You show up with your girls. Ivan's there.
Want to learn a way to get into the Continental without being seen.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, so if you want to make any spends, I'll give you a 1-point pool. Tradecraft, that is, yeah, you can make a tradecraft spend. And you play the part of a pimp very well, so you don't raise your suspicion with the Corsicans. I will give you a 3-point stealth pool that you can use at the Continental.
Okay, cool.
Actually, yeah, instead of tradecraft, you can spend notice on that if you want to.
I'll spend tradecraft.
Okay.
I'll keep my notice for later. And I have a 3-point special pool for the hotel.
Yeah, for the Continental specifically.
Okay.
And you can tell the others about it too, but yeah, you can figure out where blind corners are and that kind of thing. So, but yeah, it's the same there. Ivan's a bodyguard for Bonaventure LaRoche Franceschi.
Okay.
And
I know what room he's staying at?
No, you know where Ivan's staying at.
I know what
Yeah. Ivan's on the 3rd floor, 326. And yeah, he has got quite a few people with him. Not quite a few, but some. Yeah.
Although, essentially, he might be at least on the same floor or closer to be able to have quick access to him.
Wiley slept tonight, so I will stick around to make sure the girls...
Actually, you have criminology, though, right?
I do not.
Okay.
I'm more in the doing crimes.
All right. I mean, later on, Gina you have criminology.
Yeah, but I do rest,
You
so.
figure out Ivan's actually probably not that. He's probably like second or third. He's like the bodyguard's bodyguard or the bodyguard's assistant. He's pretty far in the outer.
Gopher at this point, so
Not quite a gopher, but like
He's an associate.
Like when the boss tells the lieutenant to go kill somebody, the lieutenant tells Ivan to do it.
So yeah.
So the boss doesn't even know who Ivan is, but he's seen in the same room with Ivan. So that's pretty good.
He's an associate, not a made man.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, that is your night, and your night is waiting at a air conditioned. It is air conditioned, but a bunch of guys monitoring,
drinking some army coffee, and
So if Tony couldn't get me a heroin connection, Ivan definitely can't.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah, that's what they do. It's the Corsicans. Yeah, they all they do is heroin.
That's like their thing.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, you know what? You have noticed. So yeah, you do hear at one point Ivan whisper, "Mouse is coming in a couple days." So, or he's coming into town in a couple days. That's what you hear.
Coming into town. Okay.
Maybe soon. Yeah.
It's 4 days, so that'd be day 6. So he's probably not coming on the Traficante plane. And LaRouche isn't here yet, right?
No, LaRouche is here yet.
LaRouche is here. Okay.
Or no, LaRouche is not here yet. He is.
So Mouse is local, but he doesn't live in town.
Mm-hmm. Oh, sorry, Traficante. They're waiting for Traficante to come up. And I'll say LaRouche is here because this is the Corsicans' territory.
Okay.
So this is their home operating place.
But Mouse is not in town.
Yeah, Mouse is not in town, but he's coming to town. So, yeah. What are you doing this night?
Well, since we have that covered there, and
you can be monitoring the taps.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and monitor the taps because I do want to talk to Throng, but I don't want to go alone on that one myself. So
sure.
So yeah, I'll do a monitor tap right now and just transcribe any the Vietnamese or French.
You can add 1 point for free, or if you make a spend, you can add 3 points to your Corsican pool.
Okay, so yeah, I'll make a spend on that. So
okay, what are you spending?
Let's see. Actually, just do a French spend on them. So
sure, yeah,
and get more information.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So the Corsican pool goes up by 3.
Yeah.
So it's at 9 now, isn't it?
I think
it's at 12. So.
Okay, 12.
Yeah.
It helps on day 2 to tap the main button.
And just be building that pool. I mean, it's not like you're going to blow that in, I don't know, 2 combat rounds or something. Yeah. Well, probably a lot of very close stealth tests, I imagine.
Just for precision.
So that was day 4, and so now we're on day 5. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So day 5.
Okay. So yeah, definitely going down.
I come back stinking of weed and booze like normal.
Yeah.
Like, okay, then everything's okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Feel conscious enough to actually talk to somebody else?
I slept yesterday. I don't know what all you were doing.
Okay. So, getting more information and putting down like the ream of paper that I've written down on the Corsicans over the night. So when we're on the tap, but yeah,
Mouse is coming into town for 2 days. I don't know from where, but they're not located in Saigon.
That makes more sense just because they said that they only do transactions during the monsoon season, so that might be another code for that. So,
I mean, Doyle's information was not a code. It was like they just don't. They just make heroin from May to October, which is
okay. So
So the lab is operating without the chemist.
Yeah. So he knows. Maybe this is a recipe, but they're trusted enough to do it.
We don't know what the mouse looks like.
No.
Can we get the mouse to go to the lab?
That's like we'd have. Well, what kind of excuse do we need to do that, or what information are we feeding? Is the question.
If we read anything, I think something goes wrong with the heroin.
So yeah. At this point, if you want, is the purpose of this today to go into the lab?
We're discussing what to do.
Yeah. All right. Because. Again, we can screw something up in the lab and then make a reason for him to visit. But the problem is that we don't know what exactly is there. Is the problem?
The Horsoners don't care about the lab. They care about wherever the fuck Mouse is coming from. So we got to see where he's coming from, or at least who he is.
As somebody with a cult, does anybody have a cult?
I do.
Okay. With a cult, the cult. The cult of Dagon did have a temple here. They did have temples here in Saigon. They did have religious facilities in the city as well as in the swamp. So they could have something here. And it would be reasonable to assume that if the traffickers and the cult are connected, there might be intel inside the lab that points to the location of the temple. Perhaps the one about in the swamp somewhere, or the one, if there is one, operating in Saigon. So, of course, you could also, the drug traffickers, or, you haven't really identified any cultists yet, so you don't really...
But we could possibly, I know it's kind of unorthodox on that, but since you're already doing a good job of posing to somebody from the, that's like somebody, an illicit trafficker right now, we might be able to go to the lab and get the source, maybe. So if we can talk our way out of that one. But I don't know if that would look too suspicious or not.
There ain't no reason we're going to be wandering around in there that they're going to accept.
So just breaking, but at the same time, that means we're also dealing with, that's like lizardmen as well.
That's why I say we don't go inside there. I say we use there to acquire whoever the mouse is and follow them back to where they live.
And coerce them too.
So we got to get him to go to the lab early. I know this is silly because they're all hardened killers, but criminals are also stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Any of the Corsicans fallen in love after 3 nights of whoring?
Yeah, sure.
Anybody fallen in love with a stripper or anything like that?
Yeah, I would. Yeah, we'll roll a die. If it's 1 through 3, it's Tony. If it's 4 through 6, it's Ivan. Ivan fell for a girl last night. He is very infatuated. Gave her a necklace that he claimed he killed a man for, and the girl who goes by Violet seemed to be very impressed. He's a very good actor. So
Like, oh, very nice.
yeah, and so you know that Ivan definitely has a thing for Violet.
Okay, I have pharmacy, right?
Yeah,
I do. Can I spend a point of pharmacy to make some like bad dope?
yeah. You don't even have to spend that. That's easy. That's trivial. You'd have to buy it though. You don't have any dope on hand.
I want it to be Corsican dope.
Yeah, so
Specifically the kind they were probably using last night.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I will make a bad shot. I'm not going to do it or anything, but it's going to look bad.
Mm-hmm.
If you fucking do the tests on it.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
I call Ivan, right?
Yeah.
Violet took a hot shot. She's dead. I lost one of my girls. Mm-hmm. What the fuck you doing feeding my girls bad product?
Mm-hmm.
Corsicans freak out about the quality of the product. They got to send the chemist to go test it. You're outside with the camera. We get eyes on the chemist. Abrams is down the street. Once chemist checks the product and leaves, we're following chemist back to where he lives.
Agreed.
And then I don't go and see any more of those crocodile fucks.
All right. So I will say you can just make a preparedness or a network, or spend 2 points of preparedness or networking to get a Corsican heroin.
So.
Okay, I will spend 2 points of network.
Okay. Yeah, it takes you a bit, but yeah, you get that, and then it's simple to make a hot shot.
They ask me, like, what do you mean?
Yes.
I call a Golden Lotus.
Yeah.
Got to give Violet the night off. She doesn't see anybody. Go visit her family. I'll pay for the time.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that's $100 down. So.
All right.
Yeah.
She's not earning tonight.
Yeah.
And she's off the fucking street. I don't want her walking around.
All right. You spent that point of intimidate. The madam gets your impression. That yeah. So okay. Yeah. So
all right. So it's from Ivan, right?
Ivan's infatuated with Violet.
Ivan's infatuated with Violet.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call Tony.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're the same organization. They know each other, but they're working for different bosses. So yeah.
So I call Tony.
Okay.
What the fuck, man?
What?
Your boys are fucking killing my girls out here with bad shit.
What? No, we don't do that. We're what are you talking about?
I just threw a fucking dead hooker in the river. And you gave her a fucking hot shot last night while I was in the goddamn room. She didn't use it till this morning, and now she's fucking dead. Bleeding out her nose. Season.
Okay. That's an interpersonal spend. Something.
Negotiation?
Yeah. You're businessmen. This is a contract dispute.
I go out in May. I trust you. Mm-hmm. We're friends, and you got your subordinates out here just poisoning my girls.
All right. He's look, man. It wasn't us. Like, whatever happened, it wasn't us. The VC, they've been tampering with our product to try and it's the VC, man. I'm telling you.
I'm looking at the shit right here. I can bring it over. I can show it to you. It's tainted. I don't know what your operation is. But
all right, you bring it over. Yeah, we'll take a look. Well, let me calm you down. I'll buy you a drink, man. Like, yeah, just we'll talk this out. You know, I don't want to get a bad rap about this. Yeah. So yeah, he's at the Hilton. You can go and meet him. Whatever.
I will do that, and they should go be posted up. At the spot.
So
okay.
So I got the response back from waiting all night on.
Oh yeah. You got your orders. Go check out the heroin lab. So you're back in action. Yeah. You gotta
okay. Good.
Yeah. So
you're going to the heroin lab.
Yeah. All right. Fun.
Yeah.
I'll bring my guns.
Yeah.
Don't go inside the heroin lab.
Yeah. I want the heroin lab.
Okay. So. Are both of you surveilling the heroin lab?
Yeah,
I'm on...
just from different angles.
Yeah,
okay.
So I pour on the street since I can hide better.
Okay, so you set this in motion. So Tony's apologetic. He examines the hot shot, agrees that it's a hot shot, says he says he will give you some product for free as an apology to pay for damage, lost business. He says, but he's very emphatic that it was not us, it's the VC. They must have a new strategy in trying to they're probably targeting GIs, obviously that would be a way to go about it, and you're just collateral damage.
Well, look, Tony, I told you about the colonel.
Yeah.
And he's looking to invest. This doesn't look great.
Yeah.
I want to believe you. Like, you're my pal. We've been hanging out. We party together. I mean something.
Yeah.
So, but I got to make sure it's clean shit. I got to go in and check it.
I'm sorry, man. I can't. Our facilities, that's not a call I can make. And your loss, look, if other people come in.
Well, can your guys check it then? I just need some reassurance.
Things are already our wheels are already turning. Let me assure you that we don't like the VC either. And if they're tampering with their products, that's why we're giving you this product as this advance warning. We'll check everything. No other hotshots are going to drop anybody. I assure you. If you hear of anything else, you let us know, and we'll tip you for every hotshot you hear about it. And tell us who sold where'd you get it from?
I got it direct from your guy, Tony. That's the thing.
Which
you
guy?
Ain't got no.
We didn't party last night.
I got it from Tony. I got it from Ivan.
You got it from Ivan?
Yeah. Word spreads. The girls are good. You know how it is.
Yeah. Okay.
But Ivan's not buying some shit from some local dealer that's secretly working for Uncle Ho. That's direct from your supply, brother. You got a man inside.
Okay. Well, this is complicated then, but don't tell Ivan. Whatever you do, don't.
Why do you think I called you, Tony?
Ivan, that's an insult to his reputation, and that could get you killed, And I like you. I don't want Ivan to kill you.
I don't want anyone else to get hurt. That's why I'm bringing it to you.
Look,
if you got a problem in your operation, you need to get that taken care of.
Look, I will keep you anonymous as a reliable source, and we will check our product to make sure nothing's been tampered with. But I can assure you, our labs are sacked. They're walled up like Fort Knox. Nothing's getting in or out. But if it's being tampered with, it's at the street level right before it reaches. So I don't know what happened with Ivan. We'll find out. All right, but you gotta be cool about this. You can't tell anyone else.
Say you got to ship direct, but
Ivan likes to talk about how he's the boss's right hand man, but he's Ivan's got a proximity to the boss. It's gone to his head. Look, we'll look into this. But you gotta be cool about this. Look, I compensated you for your loss. Let's be cool.
I'm cool.
Not a word to anybody.
Who am I gonna tell?
Obviously, yeah. Well, people are stupid. I don't want you to be stupid, right?
I ain't stupid.
All right. So that's how the conversation goes. You human, you can tell. Yeah, Tony's doing damage control. He's very confused about that.
I am leaving the bar, getting in the car, and tearing ass back to my around the block.
Oh, yeah.
Before I then run back into the hotel up to the wire. Because I want to hear everything he says.
Yeah, so
With the recorders on, just like thumbs up when you come in.
yeah, so there, yeah, and you got to record it to miss anything you know, to record anything you missed. So you're listening in, and yeah, Tony is doing a lot of calls. He's making a lot of calls. He's trying to figure out what the fuck is happening, but you two are waiting, and you're waiting, and then like mid afternoon, you both have notice at 0. So yeah, you can see way more traffic to this heroin lab than usual. And now here's the thing: they're having a whispered conversation outside, but you can't really hear it.
I'm stealth in. So.
All right, that is a difficulty 6.
I still have my bonus for my local costume, though.
No, because
We have 12 points of Corsican.
That is true.
Yeah.
Do we want to spend it with that?
You probably do.
you can spend notice to lower the difficulty.
Okay, and I do still have yet. I still have notice.
All right, so you make it. Yeah, the difficulty 3 now.
Okay.
Both of us.
If you want to, only one of you needs to listen. It's probably better that.
Yeah.
No, wait.
Somebody needs to take pictures of everyone who's there.
Yeah, and I'm going to spend 2. So for my stealth. Yeah, that's good. That's stealth 4. So
Okay. So with that, you get word. You hear. There's been a question about the quality of the product. The mouse is coming in early. He's coming in tonight. Get the place ready.
Good job.
He's coming directly from Rungsat.
Okay.
So
Okay. Yeah, immediately run back to the hotel. So, all right, we can listen to surveillance now, but we have him. So he's coming in tonight, and there's wrong stat. So I think we have confirmation that he's definitely knee deep in cult. So are we observing?
So we know the temple's in Rungsat still.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure why it wouldn't be where it was before. So that would be the pilot.
Mm-hmm.
But we should definitely get a picture of the mouse.
Yeah. We can at least get the information and talk to the pilot tomorrow. So
do you have photography?
I do not.
you have photography.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
you can always make 0 point spends. Yeah.
Okay.
Your spend on just gaining the spends just give you extras.
Well, nobody sleeps tonight. Everybody sits on the house.
Yeah.
So we get eyes on him.
Okay. So yeah,
And I'm taking the AK.
I'm taking
the back
mine.
of the car.
Yeah.
Along with a couple grenades. Yeah.
I'll take mine.
yeah. So you set up around the house, but
Actually, yeah, give her one of the 45s.
yeah. The problem is they have a lot of people here, so you can get eyes on the house from a distance, but if you want to get in close for a night shot, that's difficult. So that will be another difficulty 6 stealth test. Actually, no, difficulty 5 because it is night. But yeah,
I'll do it. I refreshed.
okay.
I will say I used it all in refreshing my stealth. And I am alert. So that's my entire bag. Oh, I'm spending 5. Still have 12 points in Corsican. But I spent 5. 8.
Okay. So
So where am I solid snaking to?
probably there's a house with a little you're on the roof and there's just a little hole in the little yeah. So you're just lying in there. You have the camera lens set up and you're zoomed in and Gina explained what you have to do, but a
Button.
they say there's actually he doesn't come in by car. In fact, you don't know how he got there because he comes out of the house, but you can't mistake him that anyway. This guy is so unusual that this has to be him because everyone is deferring to him. He comes out of the house to speak in French. It's from across the street, so you can't hear it. But you think maybe he suffered a stroke, or he also has elephantitis. He's got a stiff posture, indicating something broken. His head seems too long and too gaunt, and he looks like he has a fake beard and a wig on. And even if it is gray and straggly, his clothes hang strangely, although expensively tailored. There's a high-collared cotton shirt, calls attention to a very thick neck, and all the silk and linen suits can't hide an overly long torso and short arms, and one leg three times as thick as the other. He's wearing a wide-brimmed hat, but you can only see you see glimpses of light from a nearby streetlight that show pockmarks and creases around thick knobs of cartilage. And you get a photo of that, like partially in silhouette. But he comes out of the house to talk to the guards in French to say something, and they start changing their patrol routes and everything. And he goes back inside the house, and there's a slight breeze, and you can smell something crocodilian on the wind as he...
Well, we can confirm that.
We didn't drive. By changing the patrol routes, did they leave the door open? Or...
I mean, if you want to sneak in, it's the same difficulty, yeah. Also, one of the guards did leave in order to... I mean, he's just leaving. He's just going out on some errand. So, yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, if you want to go into the house, this would be a good time. You're shaking your head.
Seems like a terrible idea.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, in that case, seeing him is probably a good point to end this session because, you can develop...
There's nothing wrong with him.
Yeah.
Picture the freak-ass mouse.
Yeah. So, yeah, we'll end there. So, questions, comments? How'd y'all like this?
No, I liked it a lot, too, with the slower burn for a lot of the work that we had to go around and pick up.
I'm a radio intelligence guy who was also a chopper pilot, not a commando.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Ivan, Bart, Violet. And that is very good. So, yeah, you'll get your experience at the end of the adventure, but you will be getting 2 per session. So, yeah, but you're still in the middle of things, so you don't have time to improve your characters quite yet. So,
I feel they need to work on me.
Yeah, so that was, what was that, day 5? So we're starting on day 6?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yep, start on day 6. But the mouse is now taking up residence in the lab. So
we know what the mouse looks like.
And we know basically
have
the area.
Tony hacked.
We know the area where their temple is. Just not an exact location.
Well, we also know they don't travel by car, which is not comforting. Good thing Vietnam doesn't have a history of tunnels everywhere.
And canals in Saigon. Lots of underwater tunnels in Saigon.
I really don't want to be making more stability checks on that, so... Stop smiling, motherfucker.
Should have brought Royal Tenenbaums, Gene Hackman.
Yeah. Well, that could be your next character. So thank you all so much for listening, and we'll talk to you later.
Bye.